right, and in three, two, one. All right, we got Sam C in the house, comedian from Singapore. What's up, Sam? How you
Hello.
doing?
Thank you so much for having me, Stephen.
Yeah, glad to have you here. We were talking about your room decor, and your
Yes.
room is a very particular shade of green, which almost reminds me of like very healthy grass on a golf course, like a nice dark greenish shade. And you was just telling me that you have like a lot of wood furniture in your room as well, and you're
Yeah.
into like old stuff, like old furniture.
Yeah, my entire room is very old school. My entire aesthetic is old school, like the bow ties and suspenders and suits and everything. So the room, most of it is secondhand wood furniture.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the wall is currently emerald green. I wanted it to be a lot darker, like a really dark green. But the problem is that with the wood and the floors wood as well, and then the walls were green, it would just be a really dark, sad room, and it's not a great room to like be in if you have depression. So the walls are a little bit brighter now because of my mood. Cause I'm a moody boy.
Yeah, you don't want the room to be like more depressed than to look more depressed than you actually are,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, it's like a very Oscar Wilde thing. It's either me or the drapes, and the drapes are IKEA. Wah!
Ooh, nice. So, dude, you have this, like, you are one of the oldest souls I have ever met. Like in
Oh,
relation to like biological age, like your taste and your inclin how to say your preferences, like the
my
stuff you like,
inclinations.
your
Homosexuals are
inclination.
slightly older in age than back in
you
ancient Greece. They used to
you like
bum people back then, and I've taken
you
it
are
to
one for the
heart.
you seem to enjoy the ancient homosexuals.
The classics. To
The
be or
classic.
not to be, is it up my bum?
Oh man.
Vincy,
But yeah,
Vincy,
Sam.
Vano. I came, I saw, I fucked.
Okay, my son. Oh man.
It's
God
really
damn. But
that
yeah,
the, you. I'm just earning you your R rating right now so quickly.
that's fine. This podcast, like, I genuinely don't know like how many people listen to it, or if people even do. I have had friends and people come up to me saying that they actually listen to my podcast, and my first question
Hey,
to them is always why, like
hey,
why.
people want to support you. Don't like. That's the thing I always had when it was like, oh, people are watching my show. I constantly just go, why? It's terrible. It's not as good. But I'm like, they
Yeah,
made the effort. I don't want them to feel bad like they've wasted time by
yeah,
telling them, the truth. So I was like, thank you. It means a lot to me. It's very special. But in my mind,
yeah,
like, you fucking moron. Like, you could have done better things with your life. But I want to be
yeah,
like kind about it because
yeah.
if
And
I
it's the
kind of like
same.
yeah, if I tell
Yeah,
them oh shit, then it's like I feel bad because it's like they're gonna be like oh man, then I won't support him next time. But I'm like, wait, I might make something good one day. Don't stop supporting me. Keep supporting
yeah.
me. I'm a sad boy.
Not real. No,
Oh
but
boy.
like, but for me, it's always that initial shock, right? Like, there's stuff I put out where I'm like, okay, I hope a lot of people see this. I hope
Hmm.
like this goes well and all that. And then
Yeah.
you have numbers and the stats and all that kind of stuff. But then there's stuff that I put out where I'm like, okay, this is really like a me project. This is something that's really just for me. And if people like it, then great. But it's just something I want to do over the course of a long time and get better at.
Yeah.
So whenever people
I had
listen to
that.
my podcast, I'm like, I'm genuinely shocked. I'm genuinely shocked. I appreciate it. I appreciate it to no end, but I'm genuinely shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like for me, I'm like the same way. I'm like, oh, these are there'll be projects that are just like for views and everything, and products just for myself. And then
Mm.
the problem is that I can't separate the two. If I have a project that I just like, I would be like, I mean, I like it, but I kind of wanted to make it big because I'm enjoying myself. And if it's that good, I should be enjoying myself and making like name or coin on it. So I never really have like a truly personal project because my personal projects eventually become like gigantic or large. Like
But
I wanted to
that's
do a quiz show on a weekly
yeah.
basis. Like that's good, and now I'm doing two of them a fucking week, and I'm like, it's making the most numbers, making the most money. People have constantly asked to be on the show, and I'm like, okay, this is getting professional now, and I love it, but I hate it, but I love it.
What part of it do you hate?
I think I just hate that it's like a one man operation, and also I
Oh,
hate that I wish there were a lot more people looking at it because I'm like I think what I have is a good show, is a good product. I'm getting good acts and talents. I'm refining the show over the weeks, and then
mm,
instead I get maybe 400 to 500 views, which is I mean tell me that 2 years ago I'd be very happy like oh my god 400 500.
yeah.
But then I'm like I'm looking around and I'm like I'm seeing people who I think like definitely have a better content and better show than they do, but because they have more fame or more of a name to themselves than I do, so then they get the views, and I do get jealous of that kind of like
Yeah.
hey, I spent like I've been in comedy for 8 years now, and ask a lot of people, that's quite a long time in the Asian scene, which is like
Yes.
10 to 11 years old. So
That's
I've been here
almost
a
as
long time.
that that's
Yeah,
almost as old as the Asian scene to begin with.
yeah, yeah, and ask around like who like most of the people know of me. They know that I'm a
Yeah.
showrunner. They know I've been around, but when it comes to booking, I'm not exactly the first pick for various
Yeah.
reasons. Whatever it is, I respect and understand that. But it's just annoying that I spend a lot of my time like sort of cultivating a scene and pushing for shows and pushing new talents, and like I I did it because A, it's good for the scene, but B, I was like, okay, this is good. So eventually, if people start coming up, the tide will rise, and all ships rise on a high tide. We all get good, and kind of doesn't go like that. I'm kind of realizing it doesn't quite go
Yeah,
like that.
sometimes it does feel like you're the rock, but you're the rock that like dropped into a glass of water and everything else is floating, but you're the one that actually like made everything float. But then
Yeah,
like nobody spots you and like everyone's like, oh yeah, he's good, he's good. Oh, no thanks to Sam. Like your name
yeah.
doesn't come into the question, which is really
Yeah,
weird.
no,
Which is really
yeah,
weird.
it's just like I'm like, hey, I have all these people, I got them up, and I'm not asking them to like fucking say that I am the reason they made it. That's not the fucking
Yeah,
thing. The thing is that
yeah,
hey, if you guys get a booking, book me as well. That's the idea. If you guys
yeah,
get people asking you to hey, recommend somebody, recommend me as well. And instead, I just get like a who the fuck are you? And I'm like, oh okay. I fucking
yeah,
booked you your first gig, I push all that stuff, and I get like a big fuck you. I'm like, hey, I'm not asking for recognition. I'm asking for bookings. I'm not egotistical. I am financial, and
yeah,
that's the core thing. And I'm like, and that's the saddest part. It's like that's all they have to do. Just get me a booking, get me a recommendation. I'll be cool. And instead, I'm like, I have to fucking keep recommending these fuckers to all that shit. I keep
yeah,
having to fight in. It seems I shouldn't have to fight in. People, I have to keep proving myself to fucking juniors, and I'm like, it's like, who is Sam? He's not a headliner. He's just a host. And I'm like, motherfucker, I've got more material than you have ever.
Dang,
I
dang,
I have discarded more material than you've ever written. Go fuck
they've,
yourself.
you've actually had people say that. Oh my god.
Yeah, like I've people like I've had instances where people are just like, "What's that about? Like, why is he getting the headline?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Why am I getting the headline? I'm funny, you asshole. I might not have as
He's
many
yeah.
friends as you do. I'm sorry. I gave up my social life to make sure that you had a fucking scene to perform in multiple fucking countries, mind you, multiple fucking countries."
Yeah.
And I just get like, okay, we'll get Sam on when nobody else is available. I'm like, gee, thanks. That's why I was
Damn.
aiming. That's why I was aiming to go to the West, because the West wanted me. The West
Mm.
actually likes the stuff I do. The West actually will reward me a more coin rather than I'm here and I just have to kowtow to the same people who are always getting the same gigs.
Yeah.
I mean, not to throw shade amongst the comedy scenes in the various Asian regions, but I mean, when's the
Yeah.
last time you saw an
Well.
up and coming comic in Malaysia?
Yeah, I know. I mean that's partially why I started my Facebook page as well. Um, I used to be in like bands. I used to like be in bands and sing
Mm-hmm.
for work and like voiceovers for like the past like 9-10 years. And
Mm-hmm.
the thing I started to realize was you can be as good as you want as you are, and you can be one of like in the top brass among your
Mm-hmm.
peers and within your industry. But the moment when you step out and you're an quote unquote unknown entity,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
So that with comedy, I only started. My first time doing stand up was sometime in July 2018. So after like I tried it for a few months and then I was like, okay, I wanna continue doing this. Like I like making people laugh, and comedy seems to like be this piece of my soul that I needed to find. And then what started happening was that I figured, okay, you know um financially, where can I hit with this financially, because I've got a family to feed. I can't just be like dicking around for the
Mm-hmm.
sake of dicking around and pursuing things because they make me feel good and don't generate a return at some point. um, so part of my plan was to you know just to survey what's going on, like, okay, who's making money in comedy and how are they doing it, and
Mm-hmm.
what are the numbers and figures like. So
Yeah.
everything pointed to corporate events,
Yeah.
right? For Malaysia, like it's
Absolutely
mostly
correct.
corporate events. And corporate events, if you want to get in, one big hurdle, especially in this day and age, is social media numbers. So
Yeah.
I remember bumping into Douglas Lim at one of recording sessions, and I was just so excited because I told him like, oh, I just got into stand up, and you know like could you give me any pointers? And he told me a few things, and then he revealed the fact that that like he's struggling with he's had certain instances where people in the events are asking him like are asking around like, oh, how many followers does Douglas Lim have on Instagram? How many followers does he have on Facebook? And then and that suddenly becomes a factor in whether or not he gets booked for a gig. And I'm like, holy shit, this is Douglas Lim. Like, there's no need to like ask for these numbers. It's freaking Douglas Lim. He will get the job done whether you like it or not. Everyone, you send him to your corporate event, he will just like, you know, he's the nuclear. He will just like level the whole place. And what are you talking? What do you mean? Like how many social media numbers like he's pulling? And that, as frustrated as I was like, okay, look, like this is a very real part of society now, and this is like social media numbers and all this kind of stuff. The fame, it's a form of currency that is getting to a point where you can't deny, especially when you're working in the arts sector as an entertainer. You know, at some point it really it helps sells you lah. You know, it doesn't have to be all of you, but it definitely helps to sell. So that's why I decided to start my Facebook page, to hopefully, you know, I just got started in comedy, so I'll start this page, and I'll try to like make funny videos and all this kind of stuff, or whatever I can cobble together, and hopefully I get better at being funny, and I can. And my thing at that time was like, if I can just make people laugh, the more people I can make laugh, I think somehow this will like trigger the universe to generate some kind of return for me. You know, some weird, like cosmic philosophy going on there. So I think so far it's been interesting though. Yeah.
I mean, me as social media has been just a weird thing because I mean I grew up at the start of proper social media, of like when Facebook was coming up, when Instagram and Twitter and Tumblr.
I like how you say proper social media, because Friendster and MySpace were just.
Yeah, I mean, they started out there, but no, it's not even relics. It's kind of like it never grew to the heights of what Facebook ever did. So it was kind of like it was a stepping stone. Because even to go back, we've got GeoCities that's even more ancient.
Oh
than
my
that.
god, GeoCities!
IRC chat rooms were even more fucking ancient than that. There was fucking way back. I mean, before all that, there was internet chat groups. There were like fuck me, like your own zine production teams and all that kind of jazz. But then, like I was going up there, and I've always been a very private guy, which is very weird to say because if you see any of me in any show or any interview, I'm basically just blabbing everything, and I'm like fuck this person, fuck that person, I don't like this son of a bitch. I'm that kind of guy. But then that's what I have in persona, if not persona, but like as myself for like work. But once I get off work, I'm like, I don't like to let anyone know what I'm doing. I don't like people to know where I am. If I'm hanging out with friends, I'm like, I just want to hang. I don't want to take pictures with my friends. Like my best friend and myself, we only have 2 pictures together, and we've been friends for like 9 years. That's the only pictures we have.
Yeah, I can relate to that because like I don't like being in pictures. I don't like having my pictures taken. Even when my kid points the camera at me and says or friends ask for a picture of me, I'm like no. Even pictures with me and my wife is like there's so few.
Yeah, I don't like having pictures because when I see pictures of me, it's like I've been in this so long. I'm like, okay, time to pose, smile, point, thumbs up, all that fucking shit. I don't want any more pictures, and that's the problem because you need all that for social media, and each of them have their own flavor of sorts. Like like for me, Facebook is a professional one. Like Instagram used to be like for my posting, but now I see people want me to have more personal stuff because that's what gets more likes on Instagram. If your face is in the middle, then it's there. But if you post up like an announcement or something, people don't give a flying fuck. They want to see your face. They want to see what. They want to live life vicariously through you or hate you vicariously through you. And Twitter is for short form jokes, and I'm like, I don't have a lot of those because if I had a joke that's good, I'm putting it on my phone because I'm not fucking tweeting that shit out. Because motherfuckers steal. Oh,
there are careers made of like internet jokes these days.
Yeah, and I'm just like, no, I can't bother. But that's the sucky thing. It's like, I'm told that if I don't have all those stuff, I won't get booked, even if I'm good. And I'm like, I understand that. And I'd rather just honestly, I just want to tell people, just like, I've got the talent, I've got the ability, just get me up to a certain point where I can make enough coin. I will chip in to hire social media people. Hey, we can work on it together on a social media strategy rather than ask me to try and figure it out because I don't know this jam. This is my weak
Yeah.
point. My weak point has always been promotions. I am bad at promotions. But when it comes to show running, it comes to talent acquisition, it comes to idea generation and producing, I'm your guy. Ask anyone. Ask anyone
friend-
in the Asia scene. I am one of the person. If you want someone to host your show, run your show, headline your
Yeah.
show at the same time, you get this jackass.
You need either Paul Heyman or Vince McMahon by your side. That's what you need.
Oh fuck! I don't. I need more than that. I need Bobby the Brain Heenan. I need Bobby Heenan
Oh,
on my fucking
Bobby
side of
Heenan.
this. I run a wrestling RPG show. I'm gonna be the biggest wrestling fan, but I know my shit.
Yeah.
God.
Oh man, but yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing with the social media stuff, like I think it's pretty interesting because like you sort of have to like figure it out as you go along. There
Yeah.
is, I mean, I'm sure like certain people have very like strong strategies and all that, but certain audiences do enjoy seeing you develop, you know, as you grow along. And I think there's a little bit of merit to that. And also you got to remember like stuff, like the stuff that comedians put out. You know, we at some point we do have to consider the audience as well.
Oh yeah.
You know, who's gonna watch it and why would they want to watch it and why would they share it and stuff like that. And some stuff is just the freaking algorithms taking hold. I swear every time I put up anything that resembles a show poster, you know, of a show I'm doing, whether it's online or like live or whatever, as long as there's a date and the time or something there, that thing will get buried in
Yeah, no,
like,
'cause
way
that's
deeper than 6 feet. Yeah.
I mean, let's think about it. If you are just scrolling through your feed and you just see something
Yeah.
with a lot of dates, you just go advertisement. You're just gonna keep scrolling. You're not gonna read. What would you read? You have no reason to read.
I have another theory. I have theory that like Facebook will be like, you know, oh, you're doing something on this day that you like to promote.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what we like to promote to you?
The
Why don't
ability
you
to
give us
promote.
50 bucks? Yeah.
Yeah, you're not
Give
going
us
to.
50
Well,
bucks.
fuck you. Because remember, they have an algorithm to check whether your post has at least 20% or more words. So I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure if they can sense 20% or more words, they're gonna be like, new.
Yeah.
You gotta pay. And even if you pay now, it's confusing. It's like it doesn't work as well as it used to.
Yeah, you show
It's
up.
like-
You show up next to like 50 other online marketing gurus or something like that.
Yeah, it's like just
Yeah.
fucking on a YouTube, like, hey, I'm John. Like, hello, I am John. I didn't know how to promote. I was living in my grandma's basement 2 years ago, and now I am living in a Lamborghini. You can happen it too. I have 35 easy steps for you to take. Just click on this link that will charge you $1,000 an hour. Promoted by Gurmit Singh. Man, I'm so annoyed because I liked Gurmit Singh. I thought he was the bomb, a great comedian, a great person, a great Christian, and I'm not even Christian. I'm an agnostic, and I thought he was great at that. And then you find out that motherfucker's been shilling MLMs like nobody's business. Like I know people who actually got into MLMs cause of Gurmit Singh and they lost money, and of course the MLMs will pay Gurmit because that's what he needs. And I'm like, motherfucker, I'm so sad about it. There's
But-
like people look
but
up to
okay.
you, man, and you're gonna promote like World Ventures and all that.
But if
Like,
it would,
get
if you were in
fucked.
his shoes, like, is
No.
there? Would it be like would you not take it on as a matter of principle, or
Yeah, hell yeah.
is there a number? Is there like if they hit some stupid ass number and you'll be like, you know what?
No, not when it comes to ripping off people. When it comes to actually ripping off
Right.
good people, I'm like, nah. Hey, you want to club a baby seal? Go right the fuck ahead. I couldn't give a
Yeah.
shit. But you want to actually rip off things that actually matter? I'm like actual like humans. Like especially and remember, MLMs don't exactly hurt like upper middle class or middle class. They hurt lower class people.
Yes.
And that's even worse. If you were fucking over the rich, I'd be like, hey, good job. Fucking Fire Festival this shit up. I don't care.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna be like, hey, give us like 80% of your earnings and your savings to have a chance to win, and then they're gonna be calling their friends, so they're gonna be
Yeah.
losing money and friends, and then they're just fucked. They're just screwed out of a life just because a celebrity told them to, and that pisses me off. It's like, motherfucker, like people forget the power of fame. It's a very
Yeah,
potent
that's
thing.
true.
And when you use it for something like this, when you're shilling products that are actually hurting lives down the line, And this is like oh my god, you're pushing me, don't you know meat is murder? Like, yeah, maybe 80 years from now, sure. But like, right now, if you're putting in $3,000, think of the immediate effect on someone's life rather
Yeah.
than them having gout when they're 60. Come on.
That's true. Oh man, Gurmit Singh pushing MLM. Never
Yeah.
thought I'd see the day. Yeah.
Multiple MLMs, not just one. Like,
Multiple?
I keep
Oh,
seeing,
damn.
I see ads. It's like, hey, I'm on this business and we made a lot of money. Second I heard we made a lot of money, I'm in the straight like, and fuck you, and
man.
fuck you.
But is he in those MLMs? Because if he's
Yeah.
in those MLMs, if
He's on
in
the
them,
ad for the. He's on the ad for the MLMs. He's also
Yeah.
gets hired by the MLMs to speak at the MLMs. So going, hey, there used to be a weird like this is, rumor and innuendo. So take it with as much salt as you like. People have reported that they would go to an MLM meeting, probably World Ventures, and he would be there. And it's like a high-rise building. It's like one of those fancy sort of like boardrooms where there's glass everywhere. Makes you feel like you're in for like a good thing. And he comes in like, good evening, good afternoon, everyone. Hey, come over, follow me. And he walks to the window, gets everyone to walk to the window, and he points out, he's like, you see that the Lamborghini down there? That's mine. Listen to what I have to say for half an hour. You'll have a Lamborghini of your own. And I'm like, it's a great power move, but also, what a dick.
what?
What a dick.
Wow,
That is a power move beyond all power moves, man.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Holy-
but I'm also just like, douche. Like, really, you're gonna like, hey, great acting, don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you're kind of like ripping off uncles and aunties for like just a little bit of money so you can make like
Gosh.
20k, really? That's your blood money? That's your blood money. Not even a million,
Right, yeah.
20k of
Yeah.
blood money of people's hard-earned cash just so you can show off your Lamborghini. It's like, fuck off.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Man, now I wish MediaCorp really fucked him over. God damn.
What was it? At some level, I hope that Lamborghini was his and not a rental. Can you
Probably.
imagine
I mean,
if it was a rental?
oh no, there's an even bigger power. No, that he goes from power move to a full-on fucking thick oil salesman. I don't care. Can't even just get out. Sam C puts hate on Gurmit Singh. I'm like,
Yeah.
Mike.
No lah.
Yeah, I don't have to really bother. This is never my country and my career to.
Like, I couldn't care if I burned bridges in Singapore. Like, Singapore was never meant to be the home base, and
Yeah.
it's very clear. I mean, Malaysia as well. You have to do. I mean, you have been in the entertainment industry longer than I have. You probably see a lot of egos and people who've been around for decades who are like, I'm the best thing in entertainment, and you're like, you're the best thing in like the Klang Valley.
Yeah. That. I mean, okay. The other thing, right? Cause you've spent quite a lot of time trying to like improve the scene in Singapore, and like you said, the rising tide, right? But that's kind of the deal with the entertainment industry, where like you have people who are trying to like raise the sea level, and like bless their hearts for doing it. But the people at the very top, or the people who make it to the top, most of the time they seem to be the ones that are in it for themselves.
Yeah.
And when you start looking out for numero uno, then
The
Things
first
kinda-
one
yeah.
always say, if you need to survive in this, you don't have to be an asshole, but you have to
Yeah.
speak asshole. You need to
Yeah.
be able to speak asshole. Speaking asshole is a very key skill. You need to understand what these people are looking for. Why do they want to, be the top billing? Is it because they need the money, they need the ego, they want the chicks? You gotta understand what people want and then give it to
Yeah.
them in some sort of way, whether it's by shows, by word, by deed. Like if you just become a showrunner, you get burnt the fuck out. I mean, let's not mince words. Like, look at Lance. Look at Lance. See what happened to the poor kid. Look at
Yeah.
Riesman. Look at anyone who's worked with the Crack House or Joke Factory who tried to come in and like, hey, I want to come and help the scene, and they all got burnt out. Why? They didn't
Yeah.
speak asshole. They came in with their hearts in their sleeves, going, "This scene is the most important," and I'm like, that's good to have. That's why I went in there. But I also understood you gotta be a bit of a dick. You gotta understand why power is there, why you want to be in control, because you have a say. You have an opportunity to build things. You have an opportunity to push people. And what happens most of the time when you come in and like, I'm here for comedy, you become that other asshole. That asshole that defines whether comedy is this or that. Whether like a one-liner is a comedian, a magician isn't a comedian. I'm like, it's fucking entertaining, isn't it? I've got a lot of fucking funny comedy magicians that get more laughs than your fucking set do. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they are doing it. Why are you excluding them? And then they go like, oh, I don't like this guy because he's a dick. And I'm like, but that guy sells tickets. That guy actually has jokes. Granted, mostly stolen, but jokes. We gotta book him because we got to get that. You need to speak asshole because you have to understand that the audiences don't care. The audiences aren't gonna go like, well, he stole 3 jokes. Well, I'm not gonna watch him now.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna go. I saw his video on YouTube. Very funny. Let's go watch. And
Yeah.
they can see the jackass perform. But
Yeah.
he makes you
they're
money.
not-
It helps to see.
Yeah. They're not gonna go like, hey, you hear what this guy, this comedian said to this other comedian? Ayo, he's a jackass lah. Let's not go to his show. Man, they don't know that. They don't know that.
Yeah.
They don't know that.
They don't know
Right.
that. And, if they do,
and chances-
they don't care. They don't care.
And chances are, if this big comedian who was an asshole to this other guy, if he comes it rolling to town and asks this other guy, hey, would you like to open for me? We all know like what most of the time what the answer would be. Yes, sir. You know?
Yeah.
And suddenly like, you know,
No, it's kind of like second any like this is the best when I see comments like I would never work with that because I've been that person too at the start. None of my career, I was like, oh, I'll never work with this person. I have a person of dignity. Oh fuck me, second fucking Louis C.K. comes around like, hey, hello, man, I shiny shoes. Like I'm gonna like full on fucking bitch mode. Like fuck it, I understand the need. Like I understand at the end of the day, as much as this is the most fun job in the world, still a job.
yeah.
Still a business. You still gotta apply and work for it. As much as I hate social media, I'm still like every other day digging out fucking photos from like 2 or 3 years ago where I look like an idiot. Like, hey, here's a funny caption. Give me likes so I can up my fucking following. And
So-
I'm like,
so-
yeah.
What are you like actively doing for like your social media stuff now? What's the game plan for you right now?
I mean, right now it's entirely just focused on the stream shows. Like the Facebook is just post every day about the stream shows or upcoming shows. For Instagram, it's Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and trying to do more Insta stories. I've been sort of like lagging on that. Got to get back on that ball. And Twitter's
Okay.
just who gives a fuck.
Yeah,
I can't do Twitter.
yeah,
just not
I can't do
myself.
Twitter as well.
Yeah, it's like I go there for the cute animals and the porn, and that's about it. Like I'm not
Yeah.
really good at the post thing because I'm like, hey, think of something funny, and I'm like, I've just worked like 8 hours on comedy shows. I really am out of jokes, Kang.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
at least Instagram, you can just take a photo, put a couple of hashtags, and just like leave it at that, right? And
Yeah.
just
And
let,
also
let
when
the
people
world
like
freely interpret what you just did.
yeah, also they go like use a hashtag. I'm like, you like. Really? Do you really have to use a hashtag? I mean, I understand the use for some hashtags. I completely do. But then I see people like going like hashtag funny, hashtag boy, hashtag Singapore. I'm like,
Yeah.
you gotta. I think somebody told me it needs to have at least 10,000 posts, but not more than 100,000. It needs to be a niche enough category. If not, your post is just gonna get like lost to the more famous people.
Yeah,
If
they're
you're famous, sure, yeah.
Yeah, and then people have this strategy with like, you just compile a whole bunch of hashtags that are relevant to you and that fall within these brackets, and then like
Yeah.
like put them on a note or like a notepad kind of thing, so
Yeah,
that you can
I have
just
like
copy
10
and
or
paste
12.
on
I
it.
just have like I
Yeah.
think like 10 or 12 like LGBT comedies, MC, multi-comedian, like stuff that is like okay if like I think the best way to put a hashtag is as if someone was trying to find you, but they had no idea what your name was, and they're just trying to describe you like short bow tie gay. You know, it's like just put that as a hashtag.
Someone
It'd
on
be like-
Instagram on the other hand.
Short
I
bow
wonder
tie. Oh,
what
it's
should I-
them.
I wonder what I
Bow
should
tie
be looking for on
gay.
Instagram.
Gay bow tie. Gay bow tie.
Gay bow tie sounds like a Chinese name gone very badly wrong.
Gay bow tie. There's some tie rồi. Gay bow tie.
Gay bow tie.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh god, like most of my days, like I'm not gonna show you because the thing's too nerdy, but it's like I have a little whiteboard where I'm like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, like every day, like do this, get this done, because I'm now on a proper production schedule of like I have 3 shows a week, so now I have to be okay. We have to finish production by this date. This has to go up by this date, and the only thing I'm lacking now is post production. I don't have like someone to like get highlights and all that, because that'd be
Yeah.
great. I think that'd be a best way to put the show, but I ain't got the time for that. Because I got hell, if these shows were just like a nice sit down talk, sure, but my shows are like 2 days like it takes 2 days to write an episode.
Yeah.
I need to also talk to the acts, I need to brief the acts. The wrestling show, I need to talk to all of the wrestlers involved and create their characters with them, explain how the show works with them. And then there's the show itself, which is like it's 2 hours of hosting a show, which is exhausting as shit. Because it's not just because I'm not just the host. I'm the host. I mean, you know what it feels like. You're
Yeah,
hosting,
it's
you're
your-
talking, you're the admin, you're also the tech guy. You're looking at the numbers when you're done with it.
Yeah.
Like, how many times have you kind of like stared at your screen for like just like 15 to half an hour just looking at the Excel sheet, just going like, what's wrong? Why are the numbers dipping there?
Yeah, and I've had like friends tell me like, hey, on your show sometimes you look bored. I'm saying I'm not bored. I'm like freaking out over everything else other than like the conversation that's happening because like, I'm trying to like keep everything together and like
Yeah.
like people are telling me to like Google stuff out of nowhere and I gotta like have it, you know, or
I
I'm
don't-
like
I
trying
don't
to
understand.
mind read people, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of like, Steven, do this. I'm like, why don't you do it? Send him the link. If,
No,
if they send you the link, that makes your life a lot easier. Like, because
Yeah.
you just have to, because your job is just to flash it on screen, because you're the
Yeah.
was it host?
The
What do they
host
call
or
it?
the tech,
StreamYard?
yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
they call it
used
host.
StreamYard. Yeah, I haven't used StreamYard from the back end yet, so I'm not familiar with the ongoings of it. I've only used Zoom, which I'm like, I like Zoom. Problem is that, like, I was like planning to like knuckle down and pay to use it for the charity show I'm doing, because
Yeah.
it's gonna 30 people, and I'm like, do I really want 30 people on a Skype call? That's gonna be difficult.
Yeah, that's gonna be a nightmare.
Yeah, but then Zoom doesn't allow you to record multiple cameras at a time. They only record like one screen at a time. So I have to use
Doesn't
Skype. Yeah, no, it's like I check. It's only window. It doesn't know how to detect independent screens, whereas Skype does. Skype seems to be the only one if you want to like. Because as you see in some of my setups, it's like clearly each camera is a different it's different stuff. For
Yeah.
wrestling one, sometimes I increase the size or reduce the size of individual people based on if they're wrestling or not. So
Yeah.
unfortunately, otherwise Skype gives me the most flexibility for a system that isn't flexible. It gives me flexibility.
That's
in
quite
OBS.
surprising because yeah,
Yeah.
with Skype you can resize
Mhm.
the guest windows, right?
Yeah,
Is
You
that
can,
what
yeah.
you're doing there?
you
Yeah,
can
okay.
you can sort of pull individual guest calls and then put it on there. I was gonna go for remix because I did Bosch and Bosch had a remix call in and the quality
Yeah.
was fantastic. And then I saw the price point. I'm like, that explains.
That's why. That's why.
It's like 100, 200. It's like it's USD. It's fucking
Yeah.
100 USD, I think. It's like, oh
insane.
boy, this is gonna hurt. I feel like I have to do more voices because you're doing voices, and I'm like,
You can
I always-
try.
yeah, I always want to do like voice acting, but I only know that I only can do higher pitch voices, and I'm like,
Nah,
if you get women, you don't need a dude for that.
Yeah.
No, but with voice acting, I came in at a time where, like, people were like going off the addiction of the golden what we call the golden voice of radio era, where every voice is like
radio live. I can't
yeah,
even do
where-
that. I'm not. I
yeah,
don't
where
have a
every
smooth
voice just had to be like like
Hey.
this is a MediaCorp production, you know that
Yeah.
live on
Jazzy
Saturday night, you know
Yeah,
that kind of
yeah.
thing. So
Like a very bassy
um,
voice. Yeah, but the problem is that Singapore, but we don't like to change anything. So we're
Yeah,
still
I
on golden
think-
voice. We're still
I
on
think you
golden voice.
guys-
Everything's
you guys still have, I think if I'm not wrong, I think it's the Flying Dutchman or something like that.
No,
And
Mark
I remember
Richmond. Mark Richmond.
Mark Richmond.
He's like
Yeah.
the go-to voiceover guy.
because there was one year I went when I was in JB and it was
Guys,
Deepavali
Yeah.
and Channel 5 TV promo, and it said coming this Deepavali. I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Coming this Deepavali.
This Deepavali.
Mujue.
Like,
Yeah, it's like Muhammad is having a hard time with it's just like coming this fall to CBS, which I'm like they don't understand. Everything is still big and chunky. It's still in like
Yeah.
the 80s, 70s and 80s
Yeah.
style of production, and I'm like, have you fucking opened your eyes? Everything is minimalist nowadays. Everything is clean. There are no more like. Do you see a TV show with an intro? No, because it cuts straight to the
No.
action, or just like
Yeah.
it zooms out or the audience clapping as the logo flashes and it starts. Singapore,
Yeah.
still 1 minute intros, 1 minute, and I'm like, so the people that are already turning the fuck off are gonna turn off even the fuck more.
yeah. You like those Channel 8 dramas where back in the day people would actually like bother with the theme song, but now no one's got time for theme songs, man.
Yeah, it's like
Catch
kind
a
of
theme
like
song there in 15 seconds and move on.
that's like the sad thing when people have to ask, what's Singapore TV? Hey Sam, what's Singapore TV like? And I have to like, well, we have a lot of soap operas. Well, okay, cool. What's your drama? The soap operas. That's as good as we don't have anything proper, man. Little Nonya was as good as we got, and that was like a joint production. Like, do you know how sad it is? Like, well, the best thing we have is Little Nonya, and I'm like, that was kind of like a fuck up. Hey, one of the best Jack Neal scripts was Home Run, and I'm like, that was basically a carbon copy of a Hollywood movie where you just borrowed the script from. Our Boys to Men earning millions. I have tried to watch Our Boys to Men multiple times, including blitzed drunk, and each time I managed to find the off button for the TV. I cannot watch that movie. is an insult to human decency. It is one of the worst. And I feel bad because I know some of the actors. They're very
Yeah.
nice people. I don't blame them. Hey, we all gotta suck dick for money. I know that. But for fuck's sake, you suck that dick. Holy shit. That dick has. That dick got herpes. The dick is shooting herpes out of the piss hole. It is one of the worst
Yeah.
movies by far, bar none. Fuck The Room. I want to see a bunch of people trying to sit through the fucking Our Boys to Men series. Not even series, just the first one.
Yeah.
They fucking kill a maid as a joke. As a joke, they kill a maid. And they go like, they're like, the maid, like, the mothers are pretending to be in a war. Like, okay, maid, go check. If okay, she runs out. She gets blown up in a comically bad CGI as a maid literally gets shot on camera with CGI, and they go, whoop up, and I'm like, that's the joke. Holy shit, that's dark. That's really dark.
Oh my god.
I got more. I got more on this shithole. So when the movie starts, I have so much hate. I have so much hate. I have so much hate for the Our Boys to Men movie. I'm not gonna get booked. Why would I want to get booked by Jack Neo? Do I really want to work with a fucking child pedophile? He tried to fuck a 19-year-old. Go Google it. He prayed to Jesus and he forgave
Oh
him.
my-
Really? You believe that shit? Guess the church?
Oh,
City
man.
Harvest. Of course.
Oh, of
so,
course.
yeah, of course it is. I was never
man.
good. Fuck Kevin
But
Cockhill.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
So,
yeah, everyone.
yeah.
But everyone's gonna go. Our Boys to Men. Meet the
Yeah, I
money.
mean,
They got the
everyone's
coin.
like, yeah, everyone's like, I'll suck dick. I'm like, I'll suck, like, you go suck, I'll go suck Hollywood dick. I don't need this fucking shit.
right. Higher
You
value
suck
dick.
for, once again, you suck dick for 10k, fuck off. Asking price 100k, minimum. Okay. So, the movie starts, and it looks really cool when it starts. It's like, the soldiers are coming forward, it's like, looks like there's a war game. They have a Marina Bay Sands. You're like, oh, fuck, this is budget. This is promise. And then they blow up the casino. And then we're like, okay, what happens when they blow up the casino? Is it like a giant fire? No. It cuts to CGI as a giant jackpot machine literally flies across the screen, and as it flies across the screen in horrific CGI, like Shark Boy and Lava Girl CGI, the jackpot machine then goes clink, clink, 777, and the money comes out. And I'm like, is this Looney Tunes? Have I died and gone a Hanna fucking Barbera? What the shit?
Oh my god.
And that's like, and it just precipitously falls. I get so
But it-
tired with Singapore, where anything that's army related in the media gets big ups in Singapore, and I'm like, oh, terrible. Army Days is, I'll be first to say, Army Days, terrible. Terrible movie, terrible play. It is just like, the fact in 2019 they put on there, and one of the characters is, hi, hello, I am the faggot character, and I am a sissy, and isn't this funny? And then I am Malay, I like to do heavy rock, and I am Chinese. I'm like, in 2019, really, this is our fucking like source of humor. In
Yeah,
20
because
like,
I
Singapore,
remember
grow
watching.
the fuck up.
Yeah, I remember watching Army Days, the movie when it came out,
Yeah.
and as a kid, it was fun lah. It was a fun movie for the time, you
Yeah.
know. But I
mean,
didn't know
same-
that they would like reboot it and like turn it into a play, like a live action
Oh, yeah.
play. Is it?
Yeah, live action play. Singapore is just so, for a country that's very advanced, we're very adverse to change. We're kind of like Japan, where it's kind of like we still crave the good old days and all that good
Yeah.
shit. And
It's
there's
like-
no change.
It's like,
yeah, I
can
mean,
can Lee Kuan Yew come back? Can we have Lee
Yeah,
Kuan
it's
Yew back?
I remember the good old days when the Chinese ruled everything, and we still do. It's the good old times.
it's like no, like I mean, media hasn't changed. Ask any local art, any not even local artist. I think that's a bullshit. Like it's like local. I hate the term local talent. They're just fucking talented. They don't have to be local talent. They're talented. Fuck your like local thing. Like kind of like they can only exist in this sphere. A lot of them have done better outside. Like some like great talent singers, musicians, actors, actresses, all of them are great, but then they don't get a fair shake of it because they're gonna go back to the same old hat of like, if you don't sign a media corp, if you don't follow these schools of thinking and thoughts, you're never gonna make it. And I'm like,
But all right, government and corporations and politics aside, right? Because Malaysia has this thing with the local acts having to do well overseas,
same.
and then suddenly when they come back, they're like, "Whoa, you're the best
Yeah.
thing that ever happened to our
Yeah,
country." You know,
I mean,
represent.
same.
Yeah.
I think we've had Fuzz thankfully broke through the fucking glass ceiling of that. He stayed here, he cultivated his skills and his talent and managed to penetrate the local market without having to prove himself overseas.
Mm.
Yeah.
But that is
Yeah.
like super rare, right?
Yeah, I mean, granted, he had a more local approach to things.
Yeah.
Because you notice some of the people that go overseas, they're a little bit more international. Like, my style of comedy is international. I know, I'm not kidding myself. I'm not going to become a big name in Singapore, based in
Yeah.
Singapore. I fucking know. I ain't got no jokes about Chinese, Malays, and Indians. I fucking know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm
know,
be frank. If you don't have a joke about being Chinese, if you don't have a joke about being what your race is and any of that stuff, you're not gonna fucking make it in Singapore.
Yeah. That's true.
In comedy, at least. I mean, look at it. Every one of the big comics in Singapore, Fuzz. I'm not saying they're race based or they only talk about race, but it is
Yeah.
clearly very much their main focus of their persona and also what they talk about. Like if you talk fucker Fuzz, you would think okay, it talks about being Malay and his life. Rishi, same thing. Jinx is fantastic, but I mean Jinx is so general, like has more general appeal, and he works better in the West than Singapore. I dare say.
Yeah.
He still gets going in Singapore, but I think it'll be easier for him to sell out a theater in, let's say, Melbourne than Singapore for damn sure. Kumar,
Hmm.
yeah, and that's like just stand up. If you go into like the sketch comedians, do I really need to go any further?
Yeah.
The biggest sketch comedy troupe in Singapore at one point was the Noose, and their whole thing was racist, like not even race based, racist characters, like
Yeah.
full on racist.
That's it's really weird because even going into the Malaysian stand-up comedy scene,
Mhm.
one of the things I noticed very early on was like the Malay, Chinese, Indian jokes.
Yeah.
Right. And it, as much as like some of the comedians seem like they didn't want to lean into that, but that was also what the stuff that was like getting the biggest laughs
Oh,
from
it
the
is.
audiences. Yeah,
Uh,
and I mean myself, my stand up when I do stand up, I try to avoid that stuff. Not because like I actively don't want to do it, but it,
Mhm.
I don't really find anything there for some reason.
That's
Yeah.
right. It's like a thing where it's like people sometimes will think like, oh my god, Sam's just being snooty. It's like no, I'm like if that's what you're good at, fucking do it. I'm not
Yeah.
good at it. I'm not gonna do it. But don't fucking deny that the fact that you're good at this, what I'm good at other things, isn't like. Let me phrase it better. It's just do not deny that you are the reason you're getting good isn't because you're good at just that skill point. Is that skill point is what is not just in demand, but is what everyone universally loves in this country. It's not that because you are in any way, shape, or form a better comedian if you do that, or a worse off comedian if you do that. You have just merely picked the flavor of ice cream that everybody wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good analysis of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've tried like I didn't realize that how different my stand up material was versus the videos I would put online, because the videos I would put online are like super localized, and it didn't even occur to me until like people started pointing it out,
Okay.
which is very weird. So I'm kind of caught in this this zone now where like like with my videos, the local flavors and all that really help, and it helped, and it's coming from a genuine place for me. But like when it comes to stand up, like I don't know, I don't
Just
mind
put
pulling
your
in the
vibe.
accents and all, but I find that doing the the straight up Malay Chinese Indian formula,
Yeah,
that structure, yeah, it's so
I
done.
think
I feel.
that's my gripe with let's burn more bridges. That's my gripe sometimes with the Malaysian comedy scene. It's like, hey, if that's what I mean, like once again, no, not trying to say that if you do a race-based joke that you're any worse or you're any
Yeah,
better. You're
of
just choosing a topic and you do the best you can of it. But the writing has been dull. It's like it's such rule of three. It's like the like don't even do a rule of two. You don't even do a switch. It's just such like carbon copy writing. And the worst part is that it works. People are loving it. They are lapping
Yeah.
it up. And I'm like, I get annoyed as a performer to see that, but I'm like, it's working. They're making money. People are
Yeah.
loving them. They're getting booked everywhere. And I'm like, okay, I might hate it, but I have to admit it fucking works, and it just sucks to like come from it's yeah, it just sucks to kind of see like a hey, like I like comedy, I like writing, I like trying to be the best performer I can be, and then I see people who are like try half as hard,
Yeah.
and I'm like, is it, and that's the question, is it really working smart instead of working hard, or is it just being like lazy and just trying to rocket up the fame as quick as you can?
Well, I did have a different opinion before, but recently it kind of got like changed up a bit because I've been checking out this friend of mine. His name is Yuri Wong. He's been putting up a lot of Facebook posts about like content creation and like finding your niche in the online sphere, right? And one thing he brought up was was the ego, of what you want to be versus what you are and what people see in you. So what you want to be might be something that you highly covet and all that, but might not really be something that the general public is looking for, or or when they look at you, they don't think that, or that's not your unique selling point to them. But when you kind of let the ego down and just be, people will sometimes just point out like, actually, we like that about him, we like that about him, or maybe you should do this. Like some musicians, they don't want to do like children's songs and all this kind of stuff, right? Because it's like, what, I used to play in a heavy metal band and now I gotta like write like kindergarten songs. But crap, that might be the thing that like turns your life around, man. Like it might actually work and you might actually be really good at it and you don't. So
I'm the biggest
it's a different
like,
worldview for sure.
Yeah, no, I'm a big whore. Like, I'm like, Corbett wants me to do this, I'll do this. You want me to do that, I'll do that. I understand. End of the day, I'm not like some sort of precious artist. I'm just a performer. I'm a peak performer. It's like, if you want me to do something, I'll do it. I want to entertain. My gripe is kind of like when it comes to stand-up, when like, that is you. That is who you are. There isn't any sort of, like, there isn't any corporate bodies to answer to. There isn't any sort of, like, magical money to answer to. It's just you putting out your stuff. And then they do like and then Indian, Malay, Chinese. I'm like, motherfucker. Like, hey, if that's as good as you can get, good. But don't come and pretend like you're some sort of fucking king of comedy. Because I see these fuckers and they're like, oh, they act like snooty cunts. And I'm like, motherfucker, you ain't nothing. And I've got $1 million saying you ain't going to be here in 10 years' time. Because guess what? There's going to be a bunch of other fuckers who can do the same thing. And they are more likable than you.
And it's that thing, right? Like, it's one thing if you have one or two of these jokes that you pull out every now and then. Yeah. But it's another thing when like your entire existence kind of like relies on this stuff.
Yeah. I'm like, if your entire existence relies on this stuff, then I'm like, then you better find a way to innovate. Yeah, that's the one thing I realized.
You better print that coin. You better get that coin as quick as you can.
A lot of Asian talents, they can't adapt and they cannot evolve to the next level. A lot of them is like, this is me and this is everything I'm gonna do, and they never kind of like become something different. That's why most of them at the end of it kind of leave the business. Not say leave the business, but they sort of pivot. They pivot into another business. And I'm like, hey, fair enough, you do you. But I also feel it's like, looking at their body of work, I'm like, you had 20 or 30 more years in this line. You just needed to evolve, upgrade, adapt. Like, if you are just singing all the old classics, you got to adapt. I mean, again, look at Sinatra. Look at Madonna. Like, they didn't just stay in pop. They moved on. They changed their style. They went on to acting. They went on to try different other pots and things in that thing. But also, they made sure to focus, this is the main art form. But all the other art forms are just what I'm using to promote my main art form. Like, everyone asks what's my dream in comedy, and everyone wants to be like, oh, I want to have a Netflix special. I'm very simple. I want a TV show that goes on in the summer, and then in the fall, when it's off the air, I can go and do stand-up around the world, go back home to Singapore, but then back when the spring and summer starts again, back to TV. Simple. That's all you really need, because you get to use the TV and all that to make you coin and help you to promote your stand-up. Your stand-up also helps promote the TV stuff, and it's like a nice, it's a positive circle of creativity and performance. Of course, you're gonna hate both, but I mean, then you need.
So are you doing that in some? Are you planning to do that in some small capacity? Like,
yes,
barring the fact that if you don't have a TV station right now, that you would do it like on YouTube or Facebook or whatever.
I mean, I'm trying that now with my shows. I mean, the main goal of it as well, as I've made it very clear on the show Into Comics, is that this is basically the beta test. This is the live test to see, can this show work? The show runs for like, now I've reduced it to hour half, which means it's about like just the right amount of time if you want to edit it to a 20 to 40 minute show.
Yeah.
It's very, like, I am a one-person team writing all the questions. So imagine if you just put like a 4 or 5 person writing team, which is cheap, You don't need the most elaborate set in the world because it's like a small thing. You don't even need that much audiences, just 50 people that are just really excited to have a good time.
Yeah.
You don't need a big studio. Small studio can work. You don't need that much space. Yeah. It's like that, like from a production standpoint, I'm looking at it. It's like, yeah, this is a very simple, easy to put together show. It's quizzes, which means it's not like a news-based quiz where it's like, if you rewatch it like a year later, you can't have fun. If it's a quiz-based show like QI, you can watch it anytime you want. 10 years down the line, the questions are still relevant.
You might want to consider doing a finished version. Like the live version on Facebook is like an hour and a half, right? Like you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So
An edited version, yeah.
yeah, so you might want to consider an edited version for
That's a good
YouTube
idea.
because I don't think like TV execs are going to be able to find content from Facebook unless like it goes
Alright,
viral
yeah.
and all this kind of stuff.
No,
So
the thing is,
YouTube
I
might be
already
a better
have.
shot.
Yeah, I mean, I already have like context. It's just more of like I just want to make sure the format is done because it's not quite done yet. Like
Yeah.
ask anyone we could, especially like getting a TV show is one thing. Getting a format show is another thing because format
Yeah.
show has to be just nice. You can add things onto it, but you really want to have like a pretty much finished format by the time you get for season one. You don't want like a half-assed one because if you're changing the format every week, then viewers won't know what the show is. You need to have like
But
the entire show kind of refined by season one. Then season two, you can change some stuff.
yeah, then how? All right, because this show would ultimately be like your first TV baby kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And we all know that when things go into network and broadcast and people start pumping actual money, like big money behind it,
They want
and
changes.
expect
They
it to
want
perform
things.
well. Yeah, and then that's when this amazing show that like developed on its own organically and had like all this, amazing things to it suddenly just gets, this part here. We don't need that, but that's the best part. No. I've been in a TV executive for like 30 years and I know what I'm doing. So let's cut out the best part and just leave this hollow shell that now we will show to the world. And then after that, when the show doesn't work, bad.
Yeah, it
idea.
didn't work. Yeah. No, so I'll be very frank. It's like, if you think that's good, great, but let's have a concession. You take one, I take one. And if you
Yeah.
don't like it, I'm like, fantastic. You don't like it, I can easily pick up the idea and jump over to Netflix. Like, TV executives aren't as strong as they used to be.
Yeah.
Like, they are losing ground heavily to all of the online stuff. So I'm like, the
Ryan's-
online stuff, they're also losing ground to other online stuff. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not here to go, like, to be a precious artist, to go, like, here, I can only have this. I'm like, I'm willing to hear ideas. But if you want to get something, I want to hear a good reason for it. I don't want just to hear,
Yeah.
it just works. I'm like, why does it work? Is it good because we cut down the time? Is it just better in the eyes of the viewer? Is it attracting the 18 to 35 market? Does it look better for promoters? Give me a good reason. If you give a good reason,
Yeah.
then I'll go, okay, good. And then we can work on the idea together other than just, no. I hate it when people are like, no,
Yeah.
I don't like it. I'm like, tell me why. Explain to me. I want to learn.
Yeah.
If you think you're better than me, you could very well are, and I'll be the first one to say they probably are better than me. But I
Yeah.
want to learn so I can be at their level one day.
But would you consider like just owning the show completely, like just keeping it online as your own thing, so that you ultimately have like full total
I
control
would-
of it?
I would love to, but I'm not getting views. I mean, like, once again, 400, 500 views, that's great, but I mean, I really think this show is like a 2K view show, and I think
Yeah.
like I have a lot of other ideas that could flourish in a 2K format, but I don't exactly have the name for it. And I know definitely this is something I need to push on to producers and all that. Once again,
Yeah.
promotion is never my skill. Generation of ideas and show running and booking of talents is my skill. Finding a good group of people. I mean, I'll be frank. How many shows are you seeing where you actually can get stand-ups and improvisers and wrestlers and singers onto a
Yeah.
one show? No one's doing that. No one's doing,
Exactly.
not say interview show, but like a format show.
Yeah.
Everyone's just thinking just only comedians or only improvisers or only poets, and I'm like, get everyone. They're all smart. They're all funny. They're all charismatic. Why can only
Yo,
why
yeah.
why only
Everyone's
why are only
free
the comics
right now.
allowed to play? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are only
Everyone's
the comics allowed to
available.
play? Yeah. And here's the thing. Guess what? All of those other people have more fucking followers than the fucking comedians.
Exactly.
Why the fuck would I book comedians if they weren't fucking funny? That should be on. There should be a plug on like a television studio. Why would I book comedians if they're not fucking funny? Because that's all
Yeah.
they're good for.
No, but that's the thing, right? Like with a lot of comedians, marketing and promo is always like the last thing on their mind. Like it's not unique to comedians, right? It's actually a very common problem when it comes to entertainers and performers, because everyone is just so focused on their craft and all this kind of stuff. Promoting themselves is the last thing they want to do, and like singing their name, shouting their names from the hilltops just sounds like the most filthiest thing that one can do when you are the one creating that piece of work, and now working on a craft. But unfortunately, that is a very, very necessary thing that we need to do.
Yeah. But it's just a thing of like, how do you do it? Like, I wish there was a class to teach, because the thing is, there is no class. There is no class on, hey, how do you sell a product that will always stay the same for like a couple of months regularly
Yeah.
when you know you don't have that much of a fan base.
Yeah.
Like that was what I was doing. I filmed an hour last year. Due to the plans that were changing, I was supposed to put it out now, but then I only just got like the rough edits, like not even the rough edits, just basically I did 2 shows. I recorded fully 2 shows. The guy did like some rough edit cuts between them, and I got 2 of it. But I'm like, I want to watch the hours and put an edit point, but I've got no time to do that.
Damn.
And I don't really want to sit. And also, if I watch an hour of myself doing stand up, I'm like, it's such a weird thing. It's like, on the one hand, I know what jokes I want people to see, and I think I know what works best. On the other hand, I should have a third party come in to tell me what was the best thing, what did they like.
Yeah, exactly. You need
the way I look at my art would be different.
Yeah, you need some an extra set of eyes and ears to just go like, I don't get it, Sam. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it. This one you want? I don't get it.
Yeah. And it's kind of like an extra set of eyes are going. I basically go, okay, this got more laughs than this, but you performed the joke better there. We can just make the laugh louder here in show 1 rather than use show 2 one where you are more sort of like uppity, or you weren't pronouncing the words correctly.
Yeah.
But there isn't exactly a fucking job listing for that shit. No. And also, most importantly, how many people do you know that can edit stand-up videos? There ain't nobody fucking editing our stand-ups.
Now that I mention it, that's true, because it's not exactly like, people can't survive doing that here. Like the editors, if they, no editor is gonna come in. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna specialize in editing stand-up videos, and I'm gonna buy that Lamborghini that Gurmit Singh promised me.
All I gotta do is just edit like just 15 1-minute clips today of people doing shit crowd work. That's all I do. Crowd work for a minute.
Okay, I die laughing. We were like, oh my god, here's my crowd work video, and it's just him talking to one person, asking them which country they're from, and then doing a joke that he already has from the back of his pocket about that country.
Oh,
God. That's the crowd work joke? I mean, I'm not going to fucking pretend like I haven't done it myself, but I actually put in actual crowd work into that video along with the fucking pocketed joke. But then once I do the pocketed joke, I don't do the pocket joke again.
But it's that thing, like I think for comedians at the moment, especially stand-up comedians, they look at, when I post material online, I can never use it again, and that's that, because it's in video form, it's been broadcasted to the universe, and the magic is gone. But I'm like, look, like, can you just like take a realistic look at how many people actually saw that thing? Because if no one saw it,
that's the point.
There's no point. You can still do it. Like, realistically speaking, you can still do it because no one saw it. If you go and like do a joke, you record a bit, and it goes viral, whether it's crowd work, whether it's a prepared bit, and it goes viral or whatever, and everybody's heard it, then okay,
sure,
maybe then maybe it's a point of consideration, But if
more
it's something that
For me, it's just like, I always want to put it to bed because I just want to make myself write more material. It's less of like, I just want to keep this. What if they come back and see? Guess what? The number of times as a booker, I have audiences telling me, oh, that was good, but he didn't do the joke. I was really hoping he did the joke because I brought my friends to hear the joke. And I'm like, oh, that's something we really have to think about. I mean, I'm also for like, if I put out a bit, I also want to stop doing some jokes because I'm just fucking sick of it. So I'm just going to film and put it the fuck out there. But that's also the issue. If you don't constantly put out material, people don't really care. They want to see constant fucking content.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed, Gabriel Iglesias.
Yeah.
I think one of his, was it the recent stand-up special or the one before that? He reenacted the whole bit.
Yeah.
Like, he pulled it out like the encore, like it was like the encore song that, the hit single. Yeah. But it was the first time I ever saw something like that. In a special, especially in a special.
Yeah, I mean, I watched Bert Kreischer live, and at the encore, he was like, do you like I have a new joke, but do you guys want to hear the machine? Or I have a new joke, and everyone just went machine. I was like, okay.
Machine.
He's like, you can see he was like, okay, let's do the machine again.
But it's that, right? Like,
Yeah. It's like I feel that's how Paul McCartney is like. It's like I've got some new songs about some weird things about stuff. Then everyone's just like, let it be. That's not even my song.
it's not even my song. I've got this
Yeah.
song about happy children and shiny clouds.
I got a song about stuff. It's like my wife, and she's actually a really nice lady.
So
She
wrote
just
it on a
stops screaming
ukulele.
every 5 minutes. She just keeps talking about stuff. Oh, really? Oh, John, I wish you weren't shot by a fat kid.
It's like, Paul, it wasn't a fat kid. I heard your song and I shot myself. I couldn't take it. Yoko tried to cover one of your songs, Paul.
Hi, I'm Ringo. I'm still alive. No one cares about your Ringo. Let's fucking
Shut up,
die, would
Ringo.
you, Ringo.
Shut up,
Fucking
Ringo.
die, would you?
We've
No
got
one's
drum
talking
machines
about
now.
you.
We don't need you.
No, we replace you with the helmet from Daft Punk. Just the fucking helmet on the thing. That's all we need.
We're planning to get this other drummer. He's in this band called Metallica. His name is called Lars Ulrich. We heard he plays
thought-
pretty good trash cans.
We've literally replaced you with a piece of metal. Because we're like,
Yes.
if Metallica can play, here's a bit of fucking zinc. Zinc would be a better drummer than you.
Yeah.
I don't know, is Ringo a bad drummer? I've never really like sat down to listen to a Ringo
What?
drumming set.
Ringo, like in terms of musicians, Ringo is not the best technical drummer in the world or in history, but there's this thing, right? Like you
Sorry,
you don't.
the way you say it's like, kind of like a retarded kid. Well, he's not the fastest learner,
Yeah.
but he learns special.
Yeah,
He
no,
learns
but,
good.
yeah, but even the Beatles themselves said, like, yes, we could have gotten better drummers, but this was the right drummer. This Ringo was the right drummer for our band. So like in recent history, this band Dream Theater,
Yeah.
have you heard of them? Like a progressive
Yep,
rock band, I think, right?
They played in Singapore. They played. I remember there was like I think Dream Theater and a bunch of like more heavy rock bands came to Singapore
Yeah.
in the Kallang Theater to play, but it was a seated venue. So people were like, oh, you're ready to rock? I'm like, yeah, in the seats. Let's party, yeah, in the seats. Which is such a Singaporean thing to do.
Oh my god! I
It's
want you
like,
guys
we're
to
having a
mosh.
good time, but we're also very comfortable.
Oh my god!
Get up on your feet. We don't want to.
Well, but okay, Dream Theater, like I think
Yeah, cup holder.
the drummer like quit. And the drummer was this guy called Mike Portnoy, which is amazing, like
Portnoy.
fantastic technical drummer. But the Dream Theater sound is like a very technical, very polished, very clean cut sound, right? And they went on this big circuit trying to look for the new drummer, and this guy, I forgot his name, I think Mike Mangini or something like that. He's a session drummer. Like he's a sessionist for everything. He plays everything. He can play like 5 different time signatures at the same time, that kind of thing. So
Okay.
when they auditioned him, he like blew everything out of water, and he, it's a band where like if you play in that style, you will fit no matter what, because it's such it's such a technical band, right? So as long as you're a technical player, you should fit.
Yeah.
So this guy fit in. And then like Mike Portnoy, I think his side project or other stuff didn't work out, or like the other band he wanted to join didn't work out. It was like, guys, I want to come back. I said, it's cool, man. Like, we got this other guy, Mike. It's pretty good, man. We got this other dude.
Go join High Flying Birds. I heard they need a drummer.
Yeah.
Look at your feeling, because I've actually never get to ask like proper musicians, like people that actually know their history. What is? Because I've heard Karen Carpenter on the drums, and she sounded good to me as someone that isn't a person that knows a lot about drums. Is she good?
Mhm.
Was she good? I mean,
Karen
rest in
Carpenter.
peace.
I've never even heard about her on the drums.
Steven, Google it, Steven, Google, Steven, Google. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but
She had like her
with-
own like yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, with musicians, there's always that thing with like are they a technical player? Is it about the groove? It's a lot is left in the air, up for interpretation. Like even when you get like a drummer for a rock band, play in a different rock band, somehow it doesn't work. Like when the drummer from Korn, I think he got in like an injury or something like that, and then the drummer from Slipknot filled in. They're both excellent drummers, but it just.
I just like the
didn't feel
idea of kind of like all these like really heavy metal bands are just like, oh, they're just in a group chat, like just a guy from Gua is there, like, I can fit in, I'm just gonna come in costume and said fine.
Fine.
But then they get in the wrong group chat, you just have like, was it Pustulus Maximus from Gua playing at an Enya concert? It's like, he's just still like, where's the blood? Where's the blood, gang?
Oh man.
Yeah. There was. Who can say it only death? There was around before my quiz show No Right Answers was it went through a previous name called Q&A. So it's Q ampersand EH.
I remember
but
that.
Then it was but it's hard to Google, so we had to. I had to change the name. But we had a lot more like weird rounds because it was only once a month, so I had more time to write crazier questions. So we had a game that I ripped off from NPR's Ask Me Another. That's their quiz show, which their quiz show was called. Like their quiz show was Ask Me Another. They had a round called This, That, or the Other, where you say something and it's like one of the three. So I ripped it off and called it this one, that one, or the other one. So there's one where you had to decide if it was like I would say a song lyrics. You have to say, is it like I think a local, like from a local band? Was it by Gua? Or was it a National Day song from Singapore, like a propaganda Singapore propaganda song?
I can see how that can go very wrong.
Yeah. That's the fun thing about doing the show. You just spend so much time researching on shit you never need to know. Kind of
I remember
a song called like Bone Smasher, Rah Rah Rah, Bone Gasher, Ah Ga Ga. Bone Smasher, Rah. Like, why do I have that lyric stuck in my head? That was like from 2018. I still have that fucking lyric in my head. They come from the east, they come from the west, they come from all around. I'm like, that's a fucking Gua song lyric. Why is it still here? I want to delete the Gua song lyric. I need to remember my fucking friends' birthdays, but I still remember Bone Smasher, Rah Rah Rah. What a waste of brain.
Oh my god, you gotta send like Gua a message like, can you guys like play this song that's called the day of my friend's birthday, and just
So
I can
can
remember
you play,
it.
they literally Singapore, like it's a Singapore thing. They thought it was a Gua lyrics, like it's just like where is my goat? It's in the room, and they thought it was Gua, and it's the English translation of Chan Mali Chan. And now I want to hear a heavy metal version of Chan Mali Chan.
Oh, it's probably out there. I did pitch an idea to my friend, like who's a guitarist, and he plays like this like math rock, like some insane stuff, you know, like Animals as Leaders, that kind of thing. And I'm like, dude, you know what you should do? I was like, take like local songs, and like go batshit on them. And he's like that's, and to him, like as a guitarist, right, that sounded like so hacky, you know? But I told him like, yeah, but you gotta look at it the other way around, man. Like when these other metal guitarists from the West, when they do songs like Oh Danny Boy, you know, stuff like that, they get applauded and they get discovered because like, wow, this guy took this traditional Irish song and did this to it. And I'm like, no one's doing that here. If you do that, you corner the market, and then like you are the go-to guy, and then you get noticed, and it just sells you like nobody's business, because for some reason, as hacky as it might feel to you, this kind of addresses everything from the public eye, you know. They know where you're from, they know that you're different because you're able to do this, and this is the stuff you grew up with.
True.
And from there so you have that as a lure, then after that they're like, oh my god, he actually does serious stuff as well, you know.
So I just imagine Joe Flizzo doing a fucking Nagaraku.
Like Name We last time,
Oh,
Name We
God.
doing Joe Flizzo, I think he did have like some nursery rhyme thing that he rapped over and stuff like that. Yeah, there was something like that.
That's what I mean. A lot of rap has like a lot of rap like nowadays is samples.
Yeah.
I would say nowadays like 80s to 90s. If I know my rap, please correct me if I'm wrong, rap people listening to this. But it was very sample heavy, and like, oh fuck no, more fucking obscure knowledge from the No Right Answers. There is the third song from the third album from Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince was I think I Can Beat Mike Tyson.
That's
And it's an
very,
entire
very
rap song
specific.
about where he can beat Mike Tyson, and he got Mike Tyson to be in the music video. And you watch it, you're like, fuck me, Will Smith is fucking talented, man. See him, just like, man, fuck you, you're good looking, you're talented, go fuck yourself.
You got everything, man.
Yeah, no, that's how I feel about, I'm not sure you know, Benjamin King in Singapore. He was with the Sam Willows, now he's sort of on his own. Like, he's a singer, songwriter, actor, writer. He does comedy, as in sketch comedy. He writes for sketch comedy. He's
gosh.
good looking. He's a nice guy. And I'm like, fuck you. How dare you
But-
be that? How dare you
but-
be that good of a human being?
but
He's
does he do
engaged.
MLM?
Fuck you. Huh?
Does
No,
he
he doesn't do
MLM?
MOM. He doesn't do MOM, so he's good. He's good in my books.
But I remember like last time there was some game show in Singapore. It wasn't the pyramid game. It was something else.
What was it about? I love game shows. Like,
Yeah, I just remember that the question came up
Mhm.
asking what was the national language of Singapore,
Mhm.
and nobody knew.
Malay lah.
Everyone just said English.
Oh,
That
is it
time
like
nobody
the
knew.
Singapores brainiest kid, or Singapore's brainiest?
It
So they
wasn't
had, like,
it wasn't
this-
kids. It was adults.
Yeah, no. So the thing is that it started off as Singapore's brainiest ... and each
Yeah.
week they would have like lawyers, taxi uncles, drivers, kids, and I realized the kids episode had the best ratings and people liked it, so they just had second season just all kids.
Ah, okay. It might have been one of those because I remember it was very Jeopardy-esque.
No, so it's like a
Yeah.
span for like 50 people, and it asks a bunch of multiple choice questions, and then the top 10 move to the next round, and then the top 3, and then something like that. Just a general trivia show.
Yeah, it was a trivia show, but I think it was like contestants and all that. But yeah, when that question popped up, I remember like that was one of the times where the whole nation was like, actually, yeah, what is our national language? Not English, man.
Malay.
Everything we do is English.
Yeah. Actually, people
Yeah.
think more no answer thing. I don't know. Can't remember the name. So people think that the original name for Singapore is like Singapura or Pulau Singapura or something. Actually, our original name back in like the 6th or 7th century is like Pulau. Like I don't know the Malay, but it means like the island at the end. So I don't know what the Malay translation for that, but that
Yeah.
was the original name of Singapore. The first name of Singapore was Island at
The
the
island
end.
at the end.
Yeah. So that's our
Island at
original
the
name.
end.
Yeah.
Sounds
Eh,
like
but
sounds like a destination in Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean 5 Island at the end.
At the end.
I can't. I my hat's off to any voice actor that can do a Jack Sparrow because that thing's fucking confusing.
Yeah. He
What the-
says Johnny Depp basically says it's very, very Keith Richards. It's very, very Keith Richards.
I
'Cause I
feel it's
remember-
kind of.
I remember one time someone asked him like, "Oh, where did you get the idea from for this character?" And he's like, "When you think about someone that's always drunk and brilliant, Keith Richards, someone who should have been dead 1,000 times over but keeps coming back."
Who was in the third movie?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he is
That
in
was
the
the best
third
part.
movie.
Yeah.
I love the third movie. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Was it At World's End?
Yeah, I did. I generally like the Pirates of the Caribbean series. I really enjoy because it's one of those movies franchises where like, okay, the story is there if you want to appreciate it, but if you just want to like switch your brain off and just like
It's fun.
go on a ride and just have fun, it works.
It's
Yeah.
it's kind of like it's something that shouldn't have worked because it's like based off a Disney, right? Like there's no way this should work, and it's like
Yeah.
it fun. I mean, they didn't have engaging characters. It had one
Mm.
engaging character. Let's be frank. The first one was the second one was like
Yeah.
Third one was like
Yeah.
okay, I can live with that.
Yeah.
I mean, my favorite thing from the third one was kind of like when they like present your pieces of 8, and they all just take out trash, and the guy goes like, "We were quite broke at the time. What do you want to call it? Pieces of 8 or pieces of whatever the fuck we had in our pockets at the time?" And I'm like, I love that line. Because you know
They
someone
had,
had to
like-
fight to get that into the script.
Did they have like a pirate from Singapore in that one? Like the lady
No,
pirate?
Chow Yun Fat at the start of the
Chow Yun
movie.
Fat. Yes,
They
yes,
got
yes.
to Singapore to get the map to the world's end, and Chow Yun Fat
Yeah.
goes, "Welcome to Singapore," which it's in every like if you just do "Welcome to Singapore," every Singaporean will be like, "I know that line. I know that line." Which is such a strange thing, because no, like I really genuinely think most if you ask Singaporeans, if you ask like anywhere else, like Singapore, which movie do you know it from? They're like Crazy Rich Asians. That's the movie of all the rich people. Singapore. Pirates of the Caribbean 3 at World's End, because they go, "Welcome to Singapore, where we are like a whorehouse and we're a shithole." I'm like, so you're ignoring the movie where we look like fucking gods. Like one of them literally lives on the side of a fucking mountain overlooking a waterfall in Singapore, Upper Ini waterfall. But you care about the bathhouse where there's a fucker with fucking fungus on his back because he's been sitting in the water for so long like a chicope at a fucking sauna. Like, what the shit?
Oh man. Well, I love it, lah. I love it. I love it when Western movies like refer to Asian countries, and like
Yeah.
it's so blatantly clear that they have no freaking idea.
Yeah, no, I was NCIS one of those fucking like law order NCIS bullshit. They did like an episode in Singapore, but they used clips of China. They used to use clips of people's Chinatowns, and it was so bad. Actual Americans complained because they were all like, "We've been to Singapore. What the? This isn't Singapore." Even before we could complain, the Americans like, excuse, bro, I don't want to mean anything, bro, but I don't think you know where Singapore is.
Yeah.
Singapore's a bit of a weird place. I know, but bro, my American accent's shit. I know.
Yeah. Singapore don't have a wall that long, my friend.
Yeah.
That's
really
on
good at
China.
this- yeah. Yeah, I think only a good American accent is like a southern accent. Like, America's a very beautiful place, and I do say so myself. That America is a fantastic place, but just not as nice as sunny Singapore. It is the voice of a racist man who also probably a homosexual. Hello. I'm the racist homosexual. You can call me Milo Yiannopoulos.
I love the southern accents
Bro,
in the States.
yeah.
Because like, you know, it's so welcoming. It can be anything you want, you know. It can be dumb, it can be
Yeah.
welcoming, it can be posh, it can be
Yeah.
They
Also,
have
it can also
everything
be
for it, yeah.
really racist. That's the best.
Yeah,
It's like really fun.
No,
and then like that dark corner's like, welcome to Down Down to the Bayou. Like, oh no, that's
Yeah.
that's a voice that burns black people. I don't like you now.
Get it
You've
on,
done things
Popeye's
to
chicken.
patrol. So that's his fun. So either can be like a person who is racist or a voice that is racist. It's like the two extreme ends of the southern voice, and in the middle is like a, well, hi sugar, welcome over here to the Blue Bell. How can I help you? What can I serve for you, dear boy? I go, sure, you go to hell. Oh no, here comes the guy that burns black people again. Oh my lordy.
Yeah. But I like how
Lord.
a lot of those voices, right? It's not a question of if they're racist, it's how long it will take before the racism shows through.
Two words. There's only two words that will make any, no matter what voice or what accent you do, just two words makes a person racist. Those people.
Those people.
Those are like that. Those lines, those words are the exact. Oh no, he's a racist. Because it could be like
Yeah.
oh, it's very nice to be here. So I have a it's like I don't even know what accent it. I mean, do Hong Kong. It's very nice to be here. It's very good, sir. Yeah, but the only problem I have is those people over there. Like, whoa, what do you mean those people? What the fuck do you
Yeah.
mean those people?
We all having a nice time. Then them fellas show up.
Yeah.
Those
I mean,
people show up.
it was absolutely gorgeous. What a wonderful time we all had. However, those people came in halfway and we didn't quite enjoy ourselves, did we, Margaret? No. We did not enjoy ourselves when those people showed up. And those people, by those people, I mean
They
an
were the
Indian, a
natives,
Malay, and a
asshole.
Chinese man.
Walked into an Indian bar.
When I walk into a Eurasian bar.
Walked into a Eurasian bar. Oh gosh. Oh man. But yeah, it's amazing, man. Like the whole vision of Asia, of Hollywood. And one thing I've been bringing up quite recently with a few of my guests is the whole not I don't want to say take down, but it's like growing up.
Takedown.
Yeah, growing up, I think a lot of kids around born in the 80s or before, because a lot of the media that we consumed was like totally from the West, right?
Yeah.
English media especially. So there were very few Asian faces. So we kind of developed an inferiority complex, like, you know, that's why like the Westerners, the white folk always, you know, oh, they're white, they should know better, or they know better, they have better things over there. But I think over the last decade or so, or even the last few years especially, like is
I
slowly
think over the
starting
last
to fall
2
apart.
months. I think the last 2 months has shown us that. Hey,
Yeah,
I mean, we are lying about numbers, but they are fucking.
Yeah.
I mean, if we only have high numbers because we test, and I'm not saying that it's just because of that. I mean, our numbers are great. Our numbers have always been great, and it's just because we test them. If we didn't test them, you know that. That's a very nasty thing to say. It's very nasty.
But sir, we have people dying. Well,
They're dying
they are the
because they-
best people. They're the best
They-
people.
They died because they were Democrats or they were Chinese or something.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying that all of them people deserve to die. I'm just saying that's the people that are dying. Next question to the white lady behind you.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
yeah,
I think I'm white, so I don't know. As far as I'm
I
concerned,
got-
I'm a white guy.
I kind of grew up with a little bit of that complex as well because I wasn't able to like fit in anywhere I went. So even when I came to Malaysia, right, I was put in like Chinese schools and all this kind of stuff. And I ended up in Chinese high school. I failed Chinese for 6 years straight in high school. Like anything English related, I would pass with flying colors, but Chinese was everything was Chinese. I just died.
Same. My
Yeah.
Chinese in school I took was something called Chinese Syllabus B, which was basically the retard Chinese. So it's like everything was MCQ. So you could
Oh my
literally
God.
pass the quiz if you just clipped the coin. And someone actually did. We actually tested one of the people in the course. Actually, like one of the minor exams, he just randomized all his answers and he passed. Which goes to show you don't need to actually speak Chinese to pass a Chinese lesson or course. You just need a coin.
Yeah, and a face, the Chinese face.
Maybe a
And
Chinese
get
face. It was
racism
like
served to it.
also no Chinese. The Chinese syllabus B was also for people who were trying to learn Chinese for the first time. So
Ah,
Indian
okay,
or
okay.
Malay or Eurasian or white. Yeah.
God.
Apparently, there's a Japanese because we're Singaporeans, so we're allowed to have a Japanese elective. I mean, just in case they come back.
Right. When did that happen though?
What?
The Japanese elective.
I have no clue. I just knew it was available in my school because we were posh as fuck.
Oh damn.
I came from an all boys school. That's the problem. I never knew I was gay because I thought I was like maybe bi or something. But then I realized after I left the school, it's like, oh, I wasn't bi. It's just all these guys were so fucking ugly. I never realized how gay I was. It's a terrible thing to say, but it's true. It's like I was like, I'm gay, but I'm just picky. I'm just a very picky homosexual.
It's good to have standards. It's good to have standards.
Yeah.
Is
like,
it hard? Is it hard being like living as a gay man in Singapore though? Like,
I mean, I first want to say it's not great compared to the rest of the region. Fuck me, it's a fucking delight.
all right.
I'll be the first one to tell you. In Southeast Asia itself, yeah, Singapore is one of the better countries. As much as I might go around and say it was being hard being gay and all that shit, I'll be the
Yeah.
first one to say Singapore, we have it better, but it's not good or great. It's better.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
we can't marry.
the-
There's still discrimination in hiring policies.
Yeah.
We still can't donate blood. If our partners in the hospital, we don't get priority visits. We can get fired because of it. We can still get fired if
Really?
people find out you're gay. Yeah, 100%, 100% legal.
Damn.
Yeah.
That sounds
it-
like something. Yeah.
And
I
it
thought
has
would be
happened,
gone
but
by
then the thing is, it has happened, but they just say something else. But then people know it's because it's a Christian company and they find out you're gay. So,
now. Oh man.
like I said, we are a first world country compared to most of the other Southeast Asian. But with that, you also get the dickish parts of first world countries of just
Yeah, that's
capitalism and economics and
true. Yeah.
much. I mean, it's a lot better than fucking Malaysia, where the police will raid a lot of like these clubs and saunas. I'm not saying that
Well-
we're better off, but we're not perfect
Yeah.
in any
In
Any
Malaysia,
shape or
we're having our new government is having this shift where they're trying to encourage everybody to like become ministers. I think. Because that seems to be like the best job ever to hold. You don't need very high qualifications.
Yeah, I mean,
you just-
they're giving it away like nobody's business. Holy fuck!
Yeah.
Like, anyway,
Exactly.
I fucking went there and ordered like a fucking McDonald's Happy Meal. There was like a fucking ministership in the Happy Meal box. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
"Ooh, Minister of healthcare in the northwest region of Malaysia, Penang area. Oh, great! I'm a minister now.
And if you pay for the value meal, you get like a you get like a high ranking position in a GLC or something
Wow.
like that.
Of course. I mean, how did I not realize that? Of course, you got to pay in Malaysia to get a better ranking. Why did I not realize that? I feel like when you go to Malaysia, if you ever immigrate, they'll be like, well, here's welcome to Malaysia, here's your IC, and here's the price list for becoming a datuk.
Yeah.
Like, just different things. Like, kind of like, if you want 3 datuk, you must pay this much. It's almost like an MMORPG. You need to have a clan, and you gotta invest in in-game currency.
Oh man. Well, you can just like hang in the forest and just like grind your way up the ranks, or you can.
You can pay to win. You can pay to
yeah,
win.
you can pay to win.
Oh my.
Oh man.
Yeah.
yeah.
Every fucking sitting of Malaysian Parliament should start with and now we will begin. But first, a word from our sponsors. Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is a fantastic video.
like the first 6 hours of Parliament gone just like that, like, just from sponsorships.
Brought to you by BlueApron.com. BlueApron.com.
Me undies, me undies. Yeah, and then finally they finish off with Squarespace lah. Squarespace.
Because that's still a thing. I thought it died.
I think it's still a thing. I don't know.
Yeah, better than
Like-
at least Squarespace can sponsorship. GoDaddy's entire sponsorship is just that one YouTube ad. And then go, this is not a phone. This is a cleaner, a pet groomer. And I'm like, why is she doing the copy in a Filipino accent in Singapore?
Yeah.
I think they just didn't bother to do the copy in different versions, and they just went, fuck it, it's Asian, right? Just put it out to all
Yeah,
of
just-
Asia.
Just put generic Asian.
Yeah, but they chose a Filipino, which is like the least generic Asian.
It's like their
like, that's
maids
such a
will understand. Their maids will explain it to them. Yeah, their maids and nurses.
This is not the handphone. This is a cleaner, a pet groomer. And it's so heavy. It's so because if you actually meet Filipinos, they don't have a
They don't
Filipino
do it.
accent. They're all like, "Hi, my name is Rojas." I'm like, "What the fuck? Wait, which part of California are you from, Rojas?" I'm from Baguio. Like, what the fuck? You're not from fucking Baguio.
Oh man.
Every Filipino has an American accent till they get drunk, and it goes like, I was just at
yeah.
work the other day, and it was getting so tiring. Like, oh wait, where did that come
where'd
from,
it come from?
Rojas?
Yeah.
Fucking slip that in there, Rojas. I think you got drunk now, Rojas.
Yeah. How
Like,
many
to
beers
try
have you
to
had, man?
pretend you-
Yeah, I've had five
Yeah,
beers.
you're like, I mean,
beers.
five.
Five.
Ah.
Oh man.
I had a good time. Like, what the fuck? That's not a fucking accent.
Oh man. So what? With this whole circuit breaker thing going on, what's the plan, man? After all this, like, it's potentially over because you run a club as well, the Merry Lion.
Not for long. I'm about to step down as director. No, I'm about
serious?
to step down as director, yeah. I have
Okay.
some fun stuff to tell you after the podcast. Oh no,
Oh,
podcast
man.
listeners. If you really want to hear what the good stuff is, why don't you buy something from BlueApron.com? BlueApron.com is a fantastic way to cook at home. They have such great meals like chewy apricot hash nuts. They also have stir-fried yum cha noodles.
And crispy
BlueApron.com.
rendang.
Crispy rendang.
Yeah, crispy
Crispy.
rendang.
I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna do because it's anyone. I think anyone that says that already has a plan of they're gonna do, is either a fucking soothsayer or just stupidly optimistic. Because fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because yeah, for
we
even
have
like
no clue.
best case scenario, venues reopen, people are allowed back in. But you're not, realistically speaking, like not the same amount of people be allowed in, you know. And
If
whether or not
any
people actually
allowed-
want to come and watch is like a different thing altogether.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean, a lot of people are going to be flouting the rules for sure at the start. I mean, everyone
Yeah.
already is. And it's like, and even if you do, it's going to be hard to sell drinks because people have masks on. And it's like, we realized when people were wearing masks at the start of, in early February and March, like late February, early March, we just sold less drinks because people with the mask aren't going to drink as much because they got a fucking mask on. Yeah, we're going to sell as
amazing.
much drinks. Yeah, and not only that, it's like, people are not as willing to go out. People will not be as willing to go out
Yeah.
because not just because of safety. A lot of people will be having to work more jobs because a lot of people have lost their jobs. I believe I don't quote me on this number. I believe more than 100 businesses went bankrupt already in April in Singapore.
In Singapore alone.
Yeah, in Singapore alone.
Yeah, Malaysia
And-
side we've had some like 5-star hotels and all that shut down, man.
Yeah, we had like chain restaurants like Modesto, which is like a big
Ooh,
name.
dang.
It's not a big name, like
Yeah.
a known name in Singapore closed down, and it's just gonna keep rolling. More and more are gonna close down because
Yeah.
even when things return back to normal, that's bad because all of the benefit of the lockdown and any government subsidies are going to go away because the lockdown
Yeah.
is over. But then people are sort of going out. It's still a modified lockdown. There's still going to be restrictions. More
Yeah.
and more places are going to close. And with more and more places going to close, the next stop, like I've told a lot of people, the lockdown is, if you're in a business, if you're a freelancer, this whole coronavirus thing, this is the last thing you need to worry about. Trust me.
Yeah.
This is not when you panic. Your panic will come next year when the recession hits. It's going to be
Yes.
a massive recession next year. And that's when you're going to fucking die. So you better start getting your plans together, get your savings up, start fucking having your plans to build something by the time December comes. Get that very lovely nest egg because next year you ain't earning a fucking cent.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So on your end, are the live streams like something that you're building, or is it just a
It's just
temporary
something
thing
I'm-
for this?
Like at the moment, right now, I'm just gonna work on it because I don't
Mm.
have anything else in mind. I really don't. Like this is what I'm enjoying it. I'm hating it, but I'm loving it, and I'm loving it more than I hate it. So I'm gonna keep doing it. It's not making me a lot of coin. If I mean, like last night we had 0 tips, the first 0 tip show, which I'm like,
Happens.
it's
Yeah.
bound to happen. We
Yeah.
had good numbers, but just nobody tipped. And I'm like, it happens. We'll have to move on.
Yeah.
Try to change our tipping strategy. And yeah, but like end of the day, it's like when all this is like done, I still need to think of what I want to do. Maybe I'll have to take up like a part-time desk job or something, just something to do with writing or advising. Like the problem is that I never went to university. My skills are with live events, and there are no live events happening.
Yeah, that's.
And if I want to
That's
go
a
and
tough
like,
one.
yeah, if I want to branch out to other stuff, I can't really because I'm trying to break into a market where everyone's going to try to break into now. So I'm
Yeah.
like, do I really want to break into another market right now when everyone's going there, or do I want to kind of like make my own thing and try to break in the market with the own thing later? And I'd rather do that because I feel breaking into like YouTube or breaking into hosting right now might be a bit foolish because
Yeah.
everyone's panicking. Even professionals are like, what do? We don't know what to do. They're losing their sponsorship because I mean, who's
There's
gonna
no
be
money to
using-
go around. Yeah.
Yeah, there's not enough money to
Because-
go around.
Because people forget. A lot of people think that that YouTubers, especially the big ones, that there's still that
Make
one
all-
person.
Yeah,
right?
make all the money and they get all their money from all the views they get. I'm like,
Yeah, right.
you,
Yeah.
are you a fucking more? Unless you get like 2 million views a video, maybe.
Yeah, and you're putting out videos every
Fucking
day. Yeah.
Yeah, videos every day with new content and multiple channels. Sure. So
Yeah.
wait.
Exactly.
I got 100,000 views. Great. Here's $1. What? I've been lied to. I mean, also, yeah. What do you expect? What do you
Yeah,
expect?
it's tough. It's tough. So
Yeah, so I'd rather just focus on my live stream stuff, like refining the shows I have, bring in more guests, bring in more unique guests, and eventually, if we return, just do it live at the club, and then still stream. But then, of course, have like parts where the people don't see, like have a pre-show thing or some sort of post-show, extra stuff where if you come live, you
Yeah.
get to see the bonus things. But then, if
The
you
nip slips.
don't, yeah, the nip slips, all the dick,
Yeah.
the dick cock shots and all that.
cockshot.
But then it's like you still get to stream, get to see it live, and if it becomes bigger, I'll then go, okay, pay $5 or $1, $2 to watch the show.
Yeah,
That's all you have
because
to pay $2.
on our end here we've got one a musician. His name is Russell Curtis. He also recently got into
Oh yeah,
stand-up.
Russell, yes, I know Russell.
Yeah, so he's doing
Great guy, I
like
like
his he's doing like his home acoustic sessions, and yeah, it's paid stuff. So you pay money to P-Tix and you get a pass, and then you get to
Yeah.
watch
so
him perform.
that'd be something I would like to do, but that's like down the line because I'm like I
Yeah.
don't have enough of a fan base where I can ask for money yet.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like because I'm get this number of views, but then how many of them are actually watching for the whole show? I don't know. So
Yeah.
I want to at least grow my viewership to at least 1K per video before I consider maybe charging. If not, I'd rather just keep it on the free, just rely on tips to just get us by now, and then
Yeah.
just build the name, build the recognition, build it as something that you want to be on.
Yeah.
That's the idea is that I want to show that people want to watch and comics and performers want to be on, and I want it to work. And that's what I'm stressing now. Like, this week that just passed, I had an all improviser show on Tuesday, so not even stand-ups. Thursday I had an all Australian show, which is a very different energy that the show had.
Yeah.
So the whole plan is just to like test it out as many people, try it out, and then if I get a format that works on any kind of performer, then I have a show that honestly can run in perpetuity. Just need trivia facts, and history is endless, literally.
Then you'll be the new Wheel of Fortune, lah.
Yeah, but Wheel of Fortune is easy to fucking write. Just fucking four words. That's why Wheel of Fortune works. 4 fucking words. That's the entire show.
I like
My show right
I
now,
like-
30 questions. 30 questions. That's all we need. 30 questions. But
That's why you gotta go with something simple, like The Price is Right. You know, like
yeah,
how,
yeah.
like from
But
the
it's like-
title
it's
you
like-
know what
yeah.
to do already.
But mine's like no right answers, so I just have like that's the thing. It was Q&A, but I changed to no right answers because I thought, hey, it's fun. There are no right answers here. Right?
Yeah.
Something funny. There are no right answers.
You don't learn anything from this show.
Yeah, but
You
the thing is
learn-
that the thing is that people learn a lot. Like people are like, why do I know this now? Why do I know that now? Because I have obscure fucking facts. Like I said, I have all these weird things in my head. And because I'm a nerd, so if I research stuff, I'd honestly spend like maybe 75% of the time writing the quiz and 25% of the time just reading the actual article, learning. Like, I know shit about Zoroastrianism that
What?
no human being should, and that couldn't even be a question. I spent like an hour researching on Zoroastrianism, and I couldn't even turn it into a question because I couldn't get enough details on the ritual that happens in Zoroastrianism where you have to make a prayer in the fire temple with cleansed water and the goat milk, and you gotta squirt the goat 3 times, and you're gonna come back, the water's dripping, and the spices, you gotta make yourself like a goat milk fucking chai and shit.
I'm surprised you're able to retain like that much from something so obscure.
Well, I'm getting rid of it one sip at a time.
There's a lot of obscure facts you gotta deal with, Sam C.
Yeah.
All right, man. Man, we've done an hour and a half already. I think this has been a good one. Thank you very much.
Oh, how long? I thought it was 2 hours. Because said budget 2 hours.
Oh yeah, no. Usually I like to tell people I budget 2 hours because like just in case you want to like warm up or whatever. And
Warm
I
up?
don't.
Like what?
Yeah,
Fucking
sometimes-
calisthenics?
Yeah, sometimes there's like tech issues or like people are sitting in a weird angle, like the lights they don't look nice in the lights or whatever. You know.
Weird angle. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Stephen. Yes. This has been
Yes.
a great podcast, Stephen. I
Yes.
appreciate your presence.
Someone will be watching us like, make your damn bed.
That happened! That happened! I had a show. I did a show on Thursdays before the right answers called Solo Thursday, where each Thursday is just me in a different format because I just try out what formats worked and what didn't work. Some of them good, some of them lowest, like the lowest views we had because no one really wants to watch my dumbass, only my
Yeah.
dumbass. So, but anyway, the final night was called Horror Night, so which I think is a great format, but we need at least a minimum of 1,000 viewers in order to make Horror Night work.
Yeah.
The idea is that you do anything for money. The audiences will therefore put out tasks for money, and you have to agree to do it or not. And if they agree and if they give the cash, then you will do whatever they ask you to do.
Crap.
Whole night, yeah.
Ooh.
So I shaved my left leg, like a dry shave of my entire left leg for like, I think like $60.
That's alright. It's better
That's
than
pretty
paying
good.
someone $60 to do it, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It was like and it was terrible. And I was just telling stories about my going to school and everything. I made my bed for like $12, I think. So like, yeah.
Yes. Dude, you're the first person I know who's made money like making a bed. Making their own bed.
I like how you clarify because like you're supposed to make money making a bed. I'm like, I think you forget there are people that work in something called a hotel.
Filipinos.
That's racist!
Stephen
Alright, Kayla.
Bones, this racist motherfucker, invite me on his show going, just trying to get me to say that the Filipinos are fucking too fast.
Kept it.
This is entrapment. This is fucking entrapment.
Yeah, there'll be like people like Filipinos watching this episode, right? It's like, wow.
Yeah, fucking your
Nice
backdrop is like a
conversation.
tablecloth. Yeah, your backdrop is a tablecloth ripped off from a second-hand Wiccan. Like what the fuck is this?
I stole this from
Oh, no.
Al Qaeda.
Hey, you got like a fucking anal beads from Razor behind there. What the fuck are those things?
These are like IKEA like lights that I bought for my kids. Yeah, they're like little starlights kind of thing. Like,
It's
cause
like
the
a-
room is bright, cause I've lit up a lot, so like they don't shine through like much, right?
It's such
But I'm
cool.
gonna- I'm planning to order like fairy lights and all that, so at least there's some. I don't know.
Fairy
I
lights
don't
are
know
a
what I'm
bit-
doing.
hokey lah. I mean, I would get like some design. I don't think fairy lights are the way to go. I think some sort of like something hung or just some simple design rather than because fairy lights are a little bit like fucking void deck wedding.
I
Like
know,
yeah.
but we'll see. I don't know lah. If it were up to me, I would have like a freaking like goat head or something like that here. But I've got kids in the house, so that
Goat
might, like,
head. Just get like some ribbon. Get like some like those like shitty ribbons they put on like fucking presents and just put it up there. A few designs. Get a bit of red
Yeah.
cloth. Make a tie so it looks like a little fancy.
I don't know, cause like
background.
I've got like 2 other fabrics behind this, like a white one and a green one. So I do need to like flip this around if I plan to shoot like videos, you know. So I can't make it too elaborate. So we'll
Just-
see.
yeah,
We'll
just-
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Better
I'm
than
working
this
on-
fucking like it's a fucking like a dog tag of sorts. Like these are all the people you killed in Vietnam or something.
These are all the people that laughed at my jokes, man. It's like all 10 of them.
It's more than I have.
Over over my entire career.
I just have all the board games and I don't have friends to play with.
They're all still in their boxes. Never
They're all
opened, mint
still-
condition.
And it's all still mint condition. They're in the original wrapping. Near mints. There's a bit of a dent from when my mom tried to throw a ham at me, and I said, "Mom, I asked for chicken," but the ham was chicken. It was my fault. She's halal.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, one day when I have friends, I'll bring out these like board game boxes, and they're like, "Oh my God, Sam, can I take your board? Can I have your board game?" I was like, "I'll sell it to you." "All right, Sam," and then I'll sell it to them so that they can play with their friends.
And then one day when I have all that, I'll buy the Game of Thrones board game and try to get people to play with it. And when people don't want to play with me, then I'll just start a comedy career. Hi, I'm Jason Leong, Dr. Jason Leong Comedy. I'm a great comedian.
He don't let you.
I did a roast with him once, and I didn't get a chance to use it. I was like, Dr. Jason Leong, the first doctor to look like the food guide pyramid.
Oh God. Well, he's like doing like Brazilian jiu-jitsu and those kind of stuff. Like he's
Fucking
working out
sure.
so much.
I don't know. But this is like back when Rishi and Shahrukh got married. This is
Okay.
like 2016, 2016, around there.
I don't know, man.
So it was,
I'm I'm kind of glad that I started doing my social media stuff and putting out the videos and all this kind of stuff, because dude, honestly, if I didn't like get that ball rolling, I wouldn't be like talking
Yeah.
to guys like you or be on the show with Joanne and all this.
Are you kidding me? It's like, fuck me. It's just so easy to get me. I'm like, fuck it. It's like, find a day I'm free. I'm a whore. You forget, I am a whore.
I know, but even then it'd be like,
Yeah.
because there would be so little confidence in me, like to even like ask people to come on my podcast, whatever. Like it's so strange because when I started asking friends to come on my podcast, they was like, "Oh my God, I'll be honored." I was like, Why would you be honored? I was like, it's a dinky little podcast. Why would you be honored? This is not Joe Rogan here.
I am dishonored to be on this podcast where your backdrop looks like we're about to behead ISIS victims. This is a
Right.
grand dishonor.
No,
Who's,
like
who's the most famous person you've had on this?
most famous person.
Objectively, so not subjectively, but like in terms of like number that people would know, the most household name.
Not much, I think. I've had
Well, thank you for having me on then.
yeah, Singapore wise, you're way ahead in the race.
Am I the only one from Singapore? Who else have you got?
Yeah, I think you are, because I actually didn't want to do this this podcast like online,
Yeah.
because the way I used to do it was all right, it started with just me in the audio version, just like talking into the mic and just like
Yeah.
unloading shit off my brain, because I was putting out one video a week for the whole of last year, so it was quite taxing. So I was like, okay, I need something to just like unload, right? And then when I finally decided, okay, maybe I should start bringing people in and talking to others and interviewing people and all, I would get them to come to my house, which is like, if you're for the comedians in KL here, they like the ones that have come to my show, they're like, why the hell do you live so far?
What do you
Like
say?
Emcee lives nearer to me than you.
Wait, where do you stay?
I stay at the edge of Shah Alam. This place called Satya Alam. So it's like, yeah.
Because at one point when I started going to Malaysia, I stayed at Justin Hayes' place, and he stays in what's the name of that? Fucking, see, this is the problem now. When I have drinks and I've been doing all of the important pertinent information just leaves my head. He stays at the religious Indian site with the monkeys and the giant staircase.
Batu Caves.
Yeah, Batu Caves. Yeah, he stays at Batu
Yeah.
Caves.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
like, that's like freaking far from where I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, they come over and I have this like little room, that like makeshift studio kind of thing. So I have like the ugliest table my wife bought when she was still like in college and all this kind of stuff, that it still works. It's still got 4 legs, but it's like this. It's a whitish table with like pink polka dots on it, like different shades of pink. And then I'll have like my teapot and whatever stuff. And the computer.
it's
so
tea
rinky-dink.
party.
Yeah. No, so it's so
Rinky-dink.
rinky dink, right?
This is like a murder house. Like kind of like just
I know.
like, come over. Like honestly, I don't know what more people aren't getting murdered, because the best way to get people into your house is just say, "Do you want to do a podcast?" And people will
Podcast.
just follow the fuck out of you. They don't
And then-
care.
And then you gotta do it like Anna from Frozen. You know? Just go up to the door. Tuk, 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 tuk. Do you want to come on my podcast?
Let's talk about some stuff.
Just murdered. Yeah, and then I have like a
Fun. We're gonna have
humidifier.
lots of fun. I'll
Yeah,
have
I
you
keep the
on, but
room
first a word
dim.
from Blue Apron.
And then like cause I don't have like a DSLR or a camcorder or anything, so I was shooting from my phone,
Yeah.
and then I need to record the audio onto my laptop and all this kind of stuff, right? So what
Yeah.
I had to do, was because my phone can only record for like, I think like 30 plus 40 minutes at a time, because at some random interval it will just cut off.
Yeah.
So in order to compensate for that, what I would normally do is insert these like breaks in between. So,
And now
like
we
when
have an ad. We have fake
that-
ads.
that's
your
fake. That
tech was-
exactly. I started putting fake ads in, and then what I would do, like, cause I would have to set up my phone, and initially I would use the selfie camera,
Yeah.
but then the problem with the selfie camera is that that's like the worst camera on the phone, right?
Yeah. it's the-
So while you can see yourself recording, it's the worst camera. So, in order to use the rear camera, I flipped it around, but then the problem becomes that you can't see what's going on the other side.
Just stick a hand mirror on the wall so you can see.
And I didn't have a mirror at home at the time, so I ended up digging out my tablet and like mounting it, like putting it on top of a piece of sponge so that the tablet's selfie camera is shooting the phone.
Fucking rinky dink.
Exactly. So rinky-dink.
I've only like every topic I have made one podcast of my own, but I made the world's dumbest podcast. It was Who Likes These Nuts. So here, it is the world's shortest podcast. Here's how the podcast goes. I'm gonna do it now.
Yeah.
All right, folks and friends, welcome to another episode of Who Likes These Nuts, where we ask all the important questions. Today on the podcast, we have a comedian, singer, songwriter, podcaster. We have Mr. Stephen Bones. Welcome to the show. Thank you for being here, Stephen.
Hey, what's up, man?
Well, it's good to have you. Now, we have just one question for you. Do you like these nuts?
Yeah.
And that's the show. Thank you so much to everybody on the coming on here. If you'd like to hear more episodes of Who Likes These Nuts, you can find us at wholikesthesenuts.com. My name is Emcee. I'm currently touring in the Ohio region. Come and see my shows at the Ohio State Club. That's all I want to say. Thank you so much and good night from Who Likes These Nuts. Episode end.
God.
That was the entire podcast. I have 5 episodes out.
Dude, you can do a whole TikTok thing with that.
Oh, fucking.
No, dude. Dude,
Ugh.
I know,
those
like,
words. Those
the-
words. Just...
the platform is cringy, but but you're still in that format, you know. You're doing that podcast format. It's like a 59-second podcast.
That's actually a good idea. Write it down.
Yeah.
Tick.
If you want to go beyond 59 seconds, then you put like long intros and all this kind of stuff, right? Just to hype it up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
59
only-
seconds. It will work on TikTok as a post. It will
Yeah.
also work on Instagram as a post. It will work as an Insta story in like 4
Yeah,
installments.
but
'cause
I think
story-
the stories you can't keep and you want to keep it. So I think TikTok would
Insta
actually be good.
stories,
Cause
you
that's-
can, or you
Yeah, 'cause
use
the
it to
idea of-
direct people to somewhere else. Yeah.
Because the idea of this is that basically, it's like, wouldn't it be... my brain I had with the other guy I wrote it with was that, wouldn't
Yeah.
it be funny if we got some of the world's best celebrities for a podcast with broadcast was like less than a minute? And just people be like, how the fuck did you get this person? Just like, I podcast is called Who Likes These Nuts. It's a minute long. Do you want to
Yeah.
be on my minute long podcast?
And
And
I
it
like
sounds really dumb.
yeah,
It's
and
really
I like
dumb, the joke should die.
and I like the fact that like you don't even have to like interview those people yourself.
Yeah.
You can just get your friends, right? Hey, do you know like this let's say like Harif Iskandar. Do you know Harif Iskandar? Hey, can you like video call him and then ask him this question like do you like these nuts? And then
Yeah.
he replies, and then you just like send that video to me. And I'll just edit it in.
And then like, I sort of like have someone start a rival podcast called Who Likes Those Nuts. And it's just us trying to chase out the same celebrity trying to do the fucking interview first.
And you can even like take like celebrity clips, right, where they're just saying yes or no, or
Oh,
giving
no,
like
no.
weird descriptions, just like
No,
jam it in.
no, No, but I actually want to get the actual celebrity because I want the fucking stupidity of getting a real life celebrity for a minute-long podcast. And just going, what the Maybe like we had Brad Pitt. Do you like these guys? And that's the show.
That's
Thank
the
you,
show.
Brad. Just that's all. They just say hello and they don't even get the plug. That's the best part. They don't even get the plug.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that sounds like something fun to do, and it's so dumb, so simple, and therefore sustainable as well.
The dumber the idea, the better.
Yeah, you can get to that point, right, where you don't even have to like you just on your end you're just recording like, do you like these nuts, and then they just give the answer, and then you cut off the recording, and then after that you just like edit it with whatever stock footage you already have.
Yeah, but then I want like one like if it gets good, then just one random episode where it's just really long because it's just like doing an actual podcast. Just out of nowhere, just one episode is just a full podcast and everyone else is a normal. Then like, why is that? Yeah, and it's like
then you got
the least famous person is the one that gets in.
And then you have to do like a 1 hour compilation. It's like just 1 hour of like these nuts episodes back to back.
The worst part is that we both know if this works, this will be like the thing that makes me $1 million, makes me famous. That's the worst thing about it. This is the one idea that...
I know, but this will be the thing that like, you know, people buy into that, and after that, you know, if say like 1 million people watch it, maybe 1 out of every 1,000 decides like, you know what, I want to check out his other stuff. Oh, he's got this wrestling show. And then, bada boom, you got 1,000 viewers.
Fucking Vice article, meet the man who made $1 million in a minute.
Million.
That's
And it's not Nas Daily.
I've not met. I have not met him, not heard words, so I shall not speak on the man. I've not heard anything about him. So
Nas Daily was a big inspiration for me, like when it came to the, like making videos, because he's this dude that like he's now known as this guy that's like putting out videos that change the world and, you know, points out like stories about poverty or whatever.
Yeah.
But he started off with a single mission of putting out one video every day, minimum of 1 minute or at least 1 minute for 1,000 days.
Okay.
And he did it without fail, and like the results he got, like at the beginning, you go and check again with all these guys, right? Always go and look for their oldest video, you know, whether it's like a YouTube celebrity or whatever. Yeah. So look for the most terrible one, and then like, oh God, that's where they started, and they left it there. And then there'll be this point where you start to see them grow, and like, oh, okay, then things start to take shape, and they find out what they're doing, and you know, and it just grows.
It's a phrase that Joan Rivers like to say. It's like, you must be willing to dance. Not Joan Rivers. It's on a documentary about Joan Rivers, where it's like you must be willing to dance in the rain to wait for lightning to strike twice. Yeah, and it's just kind of like just constantly doing this shit and making a fool of yourself and just praying one day it just hits.
Yeah. The first time you dance in the rain and get struck by lightning, you were caught off guard. The second time you were doing it was because you have brain damage and you have no concept of like safety anymore.
Yeah, but it's also the scary thing. You gotta know that it's so much easier to be famous. So like I've always told people, it's like, do you want to be famous now or do you want to be famous for 10 years? You want to be famous for 10 years, you gotta work 10 years to get that fame. You want to be famous now, go take a dick out, go do something stupid. It's so easy, so easy to get famous.
No, but there is also that thing where like, yeah, you might have that instantaneous moment that flips things around for you.
Yeah.
But then it's also like, what do you do with that moment afterwards? Yeah.
And also like showbiz is all about like peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
You're gonna have even if you're famous, you're gonna have downtimes. That happens to anybody. You're just a tool over the place. You need to go away for a while. Just do that. Go away for a while. Go book stuff. Go make something interesting. And then once you're done in exile, come back. Kind of like it's like going to a casino. You can't win too much. You win too much, the casino will throw you out. You gotta win. When it gets hot, you get out of there. You come back, win again, come back. Yeah. Strategy. That's all it is.
Yeah. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you're watching this and you wanna go to the casinos, especially the one in Singapore, strategize before you.
Always strategize.
Always
Don't go to the casinos in Singapore. Fuck me, they're too expensive. The table minimums are like 1,000. I don't even want. I had to pay like 100 Singapore dollars to go just to go inside. I'm like fuck that.
Because you're local, right? Yeah, because you're local,
man. Yeah.
Like in JB, like my that time a few years ago, my folks were telling me like, there were tour buses that would pay people to get on and so that they could ferry them to Singapore. And like they pay you, you go to Singapore, you get to eat there, you get to eat at the casino and everything, and then they drive you back and you get paid for that.
Of course, you want to gamble. So
Yeah.
casinos are smart. Casinos know how to make money. Just the
Yeah.
earlier, I remember the last time I went to casino, it was in Cebu, Philippines, and I was at a table. I got fucking the deck iced me. I was playing blackjack. I got screwed by the deck, man. The dealer had like 5 blackjacks in a row. Like even if insurance, you can't do anything about that.
Yeah.
But then I remember the dealer went, "You were Singaporean?" I'm like, "Yes, I am." "I am so sorry about Lee Kuan Yew. He was a good man." I'm like, if you're sorry, stop getting blackjacks, you asshole. What a weird thing for someone to tell you. "I'm so sorry that your leader died." I'm like, are we really that communist? What the shit? I didn't know we were that communist.
Oh my god. You
Like,
lost.
and then if
You
you
lost.
say that, I would like break down and cry like, "Hey, son, your words mean so much to me."
You lost money 5
Singaporean.
rounds in a row. You lost money 5 rounds in a row. But the thing
Yeah.
you should be truly sad about is your leader died.
By Lee Kuan Yew died. Like, ever since he died, there's been a hole in my communist heart.
I've never won blackjack since that day.
In Singapore, we call it Red Jack. Red Jack. We call it Lee. We don't play goldfish. It's Lee Kuan Yew fish. You fish.
Oh my god. It's not a royal flush, it's just Temasek Holdings.
It's not a full house. It's Oxley Road.
Oh gosh. Oh man. Alright man, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. We're really
Yeah,
hitting
we're
the
like
2 hour mark.
fucking near the 2 hour mark. Fuck
Yeah,
me.
dude.
Did we not try to wrap this up like 15 fucking minutes ago?
We tried to wrap this up almost half an hour ago.
Oh god, this. Oh my god, I didn't realize this was like a Malaysian comedian set. It's just like you think it's about to end, but still showing it overrun.
Yeah, man.
Man,
Oh, it's not just Malaysian
comedians.
comedians though. I've seen some big acts that do that.
Yeah, I'm just.
I just
The
want
next time I
10
come to
minutes,
Malaysia, I'm literally putting an alarm clock on stage. More than, I'm really like, I literally could set an alarm clock by the side of the stage. I'm like, if you go on for too long, that shit's gonna ring. You tell me if. And I'm like, I'm not gonna turn it off. You have to literally walk off stage and turn it off,
Yeah.
and then have the gall to walk back on stage and do more time.
You need to have a shock collar on comics here.
Like, no, I need like no. We need like a Nerf gun that's automated. Anytime it runs out, you just hear the whir, and then it takes too long. It just starts. Tum, 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 tum.
Oh man. And then if like people, if the audience doesn't laugh at that, they will just stay up there longer, trying to get a laugh, so that they can get off the stage.
Trust me, I've seen people run over with no laughs. That's the saddest
Yeah,
part.
I
It's
know.
like you're bombing and you're going over. What the fuck? Which part of you thinks I'll get them back? It's been 10 minutes, and I'll get.
I can salvage this. It's not like the Titanic. I swear, it's not like the Titanic.
Not even the Titanic. It's like Vesuvius, and the guy is just there with a bucket of water. Like, this will be fine. This will be fine. Like, you do not understand. They're like bombing. Like, they don't even know. They're like, I've seen a fucking Malaysian bomb so hardcore on stage. It was not bad, wasn't it? It's pretty good. And I'm like, you bombed, you deaf cunts. Deaf
I don't
people
know,
would know
I-
they would bomb.
I still even when I do get
do
laughs,
that good of a job.
even
I
even
can't
when I
hit the
do
left.
get even when I do get laughs and I do like a decent set, right? I still feel like a piece of crap afterwards. I still feel like But I don't know.
Yeah.
I gotta do it.
I
a bit
always feel
more.
like I always feel like a piece of crap after a set.
Okay.
I've literally,
That's good to know.
I've genuinely said as I walked off stage one time, I was like, oh, that was an okay set. Like, Sam, you had like 10 applause breaks, and I literally said, yeah, but not all of them got applause breaks, so it wasn't that good of a set. I'm that cunt. I am that Asian parent. It's like, why not 100%? Why not 100%?
Oh my god. All right, and with 100%, thank you, Emcee. Thanks for joining me. This has been another episode. So thank you so much, man, and hope things go well in Singapore. And Hidup Lee Kuan Yew.
Yeah. He's dead. Oh, why? Take me instead. Don't take me.